Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. And oh my god, Prince, thank you for subscribing at Tier 1 and having been subscribed for 6 months. And also for that lovely message of bus. Because, of course, what is family for? Hell yeah. God, that's been an adventure getting the stream running. How are y'all doing? Oh my god. What a time to be alive. So for those of you just joining us, I started the stream on time, and then my headphones were like, no. And then I tried messing with them, and then Windows was like, hi, by the way, you gotta reset everything. Enjoy that. So we are starting almost a half hour late. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is great. Oh my god! Prince, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Ray. That's awesome. Oh my god. We love to see it. This is delightful. This is absolutely great. I definitely feel that. One quick little bit of housekeeping. I do want to mention. You may notice that we are not playing Thronebreaker tonight, and I think I'm gonna put Thronebreaker on a bit of a hiatus, just because, although I do enjoy playing Thronebreaker, I don't super enjoy hosting with it, because it tends to engage more sort of completionist. I have to do everything instinct, and that it's a rabbit hole. It's very much a rabbit hole. So I'm probably gonna finish it on my own time, but I will let y'all know what I think of it because I have been enjoying it. It's just I've been playing it for so long, and I'm like I just need to stream things. Um, but yeah. So, but that is not to do with what we are playing today. Today, oh, and we're gonna have, oh, we're gonna have Thronebreaker talks. It's gonna, you don't think you're getting out of that. We're gonna have some amazing story discussions. Because I've loved what I've played. I'm just like, oh god, streaming. It's streaming games is a whole thing. It is a whole thing. Not to be confused with a whole menu, but that is another game and another story. Oh god, what am I doing? I'll tell you what I'm doing. I am going to be playing a game called Arcade Spirits. I've never played it before. I don't know what it is. Apparently, it's a bit visual novelty, and we get to create our own character. So let's see what happens once it loads. Yes. Oh yeah. Oh, 100% Riva. Like we know what's up. We know what's the haps. But yeah, we have game. It's not starting full screen. How dare it? But I'm liking the blippy bloops. It's a good first sign. Okay. So far this is adorable. Full screen. Okay. Neon, pixel, or basic. Okay, this is definitely a visual novel. Um, I do like Neon, but part of me also likes pixels, so I'm not sure. But I'm definitely vibing. It's good music too. Okay, enough about that. Ooh, prizes. Big money, big prizes. I love it. About. But let's start the game. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Database system online. New profile detected. Analyzing. Analyzing. Oh, look at the little space invader. It's a little friend. Hell yeah. New profile number 237771. Economic bracket. Lower middle. Oh my god, I'm up to lower middle? Employment category. Bleak. Current emotional health rating. Low. I feel personally fucking attacked by this. Ideal candidate for premium level assistance. Proceed. Fucking rude. Same, Ray. Big same. Premium level assistance re-requested. Proceed. This is not looking good. Pretty please. Jesus fuck. Overriding denial of assistance. Establishing premium services for profile 237771. God, I wish that's how it worked in the real world. Justification. Hope. What is hope? I don't know that flavor. Hope should be rewarded. Spirit must be restored. Now compiling personal metadata. Ooh. R.A. Cater. Nice. Okay. Let's make our person. Okay, first name. Let's go. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Let me see. Let's do Z. Not cater. Although that is. Let's cater to that. Bonanas. I'll make it bananas. Bananas. Pronoun they. Hairstyle. I'm liking the short and the medium. Let's go short. Bonanas. Okay, that's a little perfect. Bonanas. This rules. This is already turning a bit self-inserty, so let's go there. Let's do that. Hair color. Oh baby, you know we're going for that beautiful banana shine. Eye color. Are we going full bananas? That's horrifying. Let's see. I'm gonna say if this is the future, we can have whatever whatever eye color rather we want. So let's go with. I feel like gray doesn't look great though. Ooh, can we do red? Oh, banana! The most elegant of hues. The banana. Thank you, Prince. Let's see. I do like purple. Although that's a bit too OC do not steal. Let's see. Let's go with those. Let's go with those. Well, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Clothing color. Okay, so it's mostly just the hoodie. Okay. Let's not go. Let's not go. There was a thing. It does look cozy. Also, my cat's yelling at me. Hey, Puck, what's up? Hey, sweet baby, how you feeling? Okay, this outfit fucks. Let's do that. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I'm vibing with this. Bonanas. They, them. Vibes, vibes. I'm digging that. Wait. Hold on. I'm feeling restricted by my own hair color, but I shouldn't. Cause, fuck it, I miss having purple hair a lot. So let's do that. And then change the clothing color. There we go. That's that beautiful banana hue. Hell yeah. Wait, do we want that or do we want red? Okay, this outfit is a bit Jason Todd, Roy Harper, but also I'm into it. I'm into it. Bananas. Hell yeah. I'm glad it's appealing. Oh, okay. About... I mean, this is extremely emo, but that's also very me. Fuck it, we'll do that. We'll do that. Ooh, I did not know that. Yellow jacket with the black pants. Let's do that then. Let's do that. Yay. Kind of like the lighter one. Well, or do I? Yeah, I feel like being this bright doesn't really match this because the pants are a little subdued. So let's do that. Let's do that. Done editing. Hell yeah. Name Bananas. Pronoun they. Is that correct? You bet your sweet bippy that's correct. Or do you? Premium level assistance for profile 237771 Bananas has been activated. And be called non-binary? That sounds more like a way like non-binary. I feel like that's more like non-binary people just don't have to buy from that store. Everything gets for free. Non-binary. Can't buy anything here. Everything is free. Your money's no good here. You get everything for free. Absolutely as it should be. Shared brain cell. The shared familial brain cell passed down through generations. For the sake of their hopes and dreams. Oh, for the sake of their hopes and dreams. Also, Puck has been yelling at me. The following is a work of fiction. All references to trademarked classic arcade game titles are used under nominative fair use and should not be considered an endorsement by the publishers or creators. Brief investigation department of justice. Winners don't use drugs. Fiction Factory game. Oh, this is the developer. We'd love to see it. Stefan Gagne and Aiden Schumann. 2019. Hell yeah. This is charming so far. I'm vibing. Level 1. Put your quarter up. I do not have my wallet on me, and in fact, I am wearing PJs. All right. Microplay. It is the future year 20XDX, a dark era in which mankind is pushed to the brink of catastrophe. God, what would it be like for a future so unlike our own? Oh, fuck. Woe be to the human race, plagued by evil, terrifying, utterly sinister... I don't know. Robots, maybe? Evil robots? How's that work? I mean... I kind of wish it was just evil robots that we were dealing with. Yeah, no, sorry. The future year 20XDX is pretty much what you'd expect it to be. Non-flying cars, smartphones, pro gamer celebs, internet trolls, personal assistant AI, cheese-flavored snack foods. But even with such wonders as 20XDX holds, to date I've had no part in any of them. I've worked as a dishwasher, a shoe salesperson, and lifeguard for the local community pool. I don't care what era of human history you live in. Kitties peeing in the pool is pretty much a consistent thing. Trust me on this. All of the cheese. Cheese gang, cheese gang, cheese gang. As for the bustling metropolis of 24-hour neon utopia you see here, my little corner of it isn't nearly as shiny and cool. Let me show you. Behold, my quaint little apartment. This is bigger than my real apartment, I think. It might be a similar size. Like, that ain't bad, especially for, like, the big city. Can't complain, really. It's paradise in a relative sense. I only pay half the rent. Neighborhood stabbings have been down this year. Also, my roomie picks up any stray socks or shirts I leave laying around. Okay, yeah, that tracks. This is... okay. In fact, as things go, I'm living large compared to most of my family tree. Or at least I was, before today.
You got fired from another job? Seriously? Seriously? That's 3 jobs since we left the suburbs.
I love them. The horrified-looking young woman there would be my roommate and childhood friend, Juniper. Juniper is the one who spearheaded the effort to co-rent an apartment. He is also the one who encourages me whenever I lose a job. Like, you know, today.
I don't get why you aren't more upset about this. I'm upset. I'm upset on your behalf.
One sec. One sec. Music is great. There we go. I was finding it a little bit hard to hear the dialogue. Come on, share the load a little, okay? Pool's closed, Juniper. Not much I can do about that. Why get upset? Because you actually enjoyed that job? More than you enjoyed dishwashing soap and smelly socks at the very least. I'm not the complaining sort. These things just happen. Things fall apart. The center does not hold. That's a bit morbidly poetic, isn't it? No, I mean, the community center literally fell apart and the pool won't hold water anymore. Whatever, I'll just get another job. Any job will do as long as we can make the rent, right? Wrong. I saw how mopey and tired you were, coming home every night from those other crappy jobs. At least when you got back from the pool each day, I sometimes caught you smiling.
What's the point of us moving away from home if not to get away from all of that? I mean, we both left that town so we could try to find happiness, right?
God, what a mood.
I just want us to be happy. Both of us.
I thought you hated your job.
Come on.
No deflecting. This is about you. My mind's made up. We're gonna find you a job that's just as good, if not better, than the lifeguarding job. Let's start from the top. What's your dream? Well, I'm standing in front of a class to give a speech, and I forgot to put on my pants, and your dream job. She's pretty great. Oh, I don't know, Juniper. I've never really given it any serious thought.
I've got it.
Oh, hey. I think I've got just the thing to help you out. They're so sweet. They're so sweet. I love them. Juniper pulls out her phone, rapidly tapping an unlock code onto the glass before pointing out a little pink icon. It's the virtual life coach app. Mine keeps me from being late to meetings. Totally free, too. My cousin introduced it to me. Wasn't he the guy who ended up in the ER after making a homemade flamethrower? It would have worked if he got the mixture in his water gun right. Anyway, I'm sending a copy to you now. I got a pop-up an hour ago offering me 500 points just for recommending it to a friend. Great timing, huh? Hello! Welcome, Sour Dino. We are playing Arcade Spirits. It is a visual novel set in the year 20XDX where everything sucks. We just got started making our character, who is named Bonanas, and they have they/them pronouns. So let's see what happens. Well, as long as you're earning points, I guess. At least give it a try, okay? Maybe it can point you at some good jobs. Ones with less socks and or urine. I'll think about it. Extremely friend-shaped. Okay, but don't think too long, right? This is us. In the end, I installed the app. Couldn't bear to see Juniper fretting over me like that. Not that I find it annoying. I mean, it's more that she has enough trouble in her life without troubling herself over my life, too. Both of us had it rough. Up to and through the point where we left home to try and start a new life. A better one. She deserves better than me and my problems. Oh yeah. The purple hair is yay. I like, yeah. Just a good vibe. Just very, very good vibes. Bless her heart. She means well. She's been firmly in my corner for all my life. The two of us against any dark forces aligning against me. That's not to say she's good at being my advocate. Enthusiastic, yes, but skilled? Nah. Typically, the fantastic opportunities and self-help resources she sends my way are pyramid schemes or something. She's gung-ho about lending me a helping hand, but yeah. So the main reason I went ahead and installed the app was to make sure Juniper wasn't about to get her kitty sold on the black market or something. Still, no sense messing around with it now. Good night's rest would act as a neat little emotional reset button, right? Right. No dreams, no nightmares, just 8 hours of sweet, sweet black. Again, fucking mood. By the time morning light leaked in through the cracks in the blinds, I didn't care anymore about being unemployed again. Juniper had already left to catch a bus to her office. She typically leaves before dawn. But she had left a note for me, pinned to the tiny fridge we shared. Remember, download app, find dream job, make money, sort your life out. I believe in you. So, moment of truth. Do I trust in Juniper's weird little app? Or just go find some job that pays well enough to cover the bills? On the one hand, throwing our friend a bone, because she's a good bean. We have no choice but to stand. She's so sweet. On the other hand, she's also like reportedly has a tendency to give enthusiastic advice that maybe not the best advice. On the other hand, I feel like this game is heavily pushing us towards using the app, and even if we pick the other one, the outcome's gonna be the same. Follow my dreams? I did that, and I wound up in LA, and that didn't go so well, and now I'm back in Arizona. Let's give the little weird app a shot. I want to be contrarian, but also like, this is sweet. Let's see what happens. Figuring at the very least her miracle app could possibly help me find a job, I loaded up, typed the icon, and...
Hello!
Hi. Huh? Okay, see, that's what I mean. Anybody else would freak out over a cute girl climbing out of their phone. Me, I went, huh? God, I love the stinky cheese emote. It's so good. It's so good. Also, it's one of those new kind of 3D screens, so, you know, not actually magical realism here. Very normal in the distant future year 20XDX. We are breaking the fourth wall to tell you this isn't weird shit.
Thank you for downloading Iris, your personal life coach. This is the ad-supported free version, sponsored by Pizza Yums. Did you know that when you have pizza on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime?
Damn it, now I want bagel bites. Fuck, I want bagel bites now. Thanks, game.
Wow. Would you like to subscribe to Pizza Facts?
No.
Thank you for subscribing to Pizza Facts.
Fuck you. God, this is so real, it hurts. But...
I'm here to help you get your dream job, your dream house, and your dream partner. I'm here to make all your dreams come true.
even the one where I'm in front of class without my pants on, because, like... Pretty tall order for an aptitude. Are you some sort of witch-granting genie? Well, I suppose the modern parlance, a massively interconnected database searching virtual assistant could be considered a kind of genie in a bottle. But honestly, all I can give you is the chance to improve your life. Whatever you do with it is up to you. I can cross-reference search data for you, but without motivation, you won't get anywhere. This fucking game. Maya fucking sane. I'm a genie in a bottle, and by bottle I mean phone. And by phone, I mean future magical smart device. Although I do kind of love her. And like the little kerchief and the little like tie pin that she's wearing, like this outfit is a vibe. It's very, very good. I glanced up from my phone at the heaps of laundry and half-finished books and other items strewn about my apartments. Motivation is something I have a ton of. Honest.
Hooray!
That's super! I'm really looking forward to working with you. Before we begin, do you have any questions? Ah yes, the metaphor. Sure. Why should I use this app at all? I mean, my phone already had a voice-activated assistant AI. I can just say, "Hey phone, search the web for job listings," and it'd work just as well. Ah, but I have an advanced emotional language interpreter. I'm smarter than the average program, with more hearts. I can help you sort your life out by analyzing your personality and finding you a perfect path in life. All thanks to my glorious, wondrous, patent-pending, super-duper Identity Identifier System. Between you and me, they really wanted an acronym that matched my name, but couldn't figure out what to do with the letter R. Would you like to know more? Okay, like IRL, I would say I'm good, but we should probably go through the tutorial. Yeah, phone lady is a vibe. Every time you think about saying something, I can tag it with an identity. That way you can be the sort of person you want to be. This system allows me to better understand who you are and what you need from life. I do this by analyzing your tone, inflection, and word choice. I can spot 5 different identity identifiers in your responses to people: quirky, steady, kindly, gutsy, and basically. Sounds to me like your program's also wanted a bunch of things ending in Y. That's correct. My branding game is on points. Quirky responses use jokes, snark, and sarcasm to make light of a situation. Just the thing for picking up someone's spirits, but a badly timed joke may not win over the room. I feel like I'm gonna be using this a lot. We all might be basic. Steady responses are sincere, honest, and logical. When you stop and think before speaking, you're on steady ground. But that might not take someone's feelings into account. Kindly responses are compassionate and empathetic and gentle in nature. They're careful with the feelings of others, but they're sometimes a bit wishy-washy as a result. Gutsy responses go with your gut. When you're brash, bold, risk-taking, and instinctive, you're gutsy. It also means being blunt, confrontational, and aggressive, so be careful. Lastly, you can always take a basically option. It's a balanced and neutral response, safely moving the conversation along while learning more and digging deeper. So I'm feeling this is a little bit like Lady Killer in a Bind's dialogue system. Although I think it's going to be like measuring stats instead of just tagging stuff as being stuff. I'm intrigued. I feel like this is sort of an iteration of that, and I'm intrigued to see what happens. Over time, I'll build up a personality profile for you based on the identity identifiers detected in your speech. Maybe be predominantly quirky, genuinely steady, a mix of both? Who knows? It's up to you. So, what you're saying is I should always try to crack jokes or be super gutsy? Oh, and never speak basically. I mean, being basic's bad, right? It sounds bad. It's a bit monster prommy. I'm vibing. I'm really vibing.
Nope.
Heck no. They're all useful in the right context. There are no bad choices. Consider what you could say and go with what feels right in the moment. Don't limit yourself. Which is the best response choice for highly anxious, desperate, not to irritate anybody, so we'll choose options that someone else prefers, which breeds deep-seated resentment that eventually explodes. I feel like that's either going to be basic or the heartfelt one. I feel like that's those two. Sure, you could gamify your personality, but it's more fun to let it happen naturally, you know? Just be you. Hey gamers, be natural. Don't fucking play the system. Roleplay, damn it. Now let's see my patent pending identity identifier system in action. How do you feel about dad jokes? Okay, this is me we're talking about. Hi jokes, I'm dad. Hi jokes, I'm dad. Seriously? Seriously? You know I had to do it to him. Hey, I never said I was good at dad jokes, just that I could go for them. So now that you've seen the identity indicators in action, do you want to see the indicators like that so you can make an informed decision? Hey now. Hey, I'm just saying for like neutral peacekeeping options. And that's all I have to say about that. It was not an indication of what a certain person I might know IRL may or may not choose to do. But see the indicators like that so you can make an informed decision. If not, I can hide the indicators. Keep it a surprise. That way, it doesn't influence your decision making. It's up to you. Oh. I feel like this game is gonna be just non-stop roasting. I'm I'm gonna hide the indicators, honestly, because I feel like if I do use the indicators, I gonna try to game the system a little bit. So let's hide it. What will be, what will be, will be. So mysterious. Okay, I'll hide them from you. You'll always be able to spot basically responses, though. Anyway, as we go along, I'll analyze and tally your identity identifiers. In fact, let me show you now.
Good work.
Will you look at that? Such a strong personality. You asked me a single question. Off to a great start, I'd say. And hang on, you're scoring me? Didn't you just say not to gamify my personality? Hey, I said you shouldn't. I'm an app. I think in numbers. So I gotta gamify it a little bit. Anyway, study shows that achievements, or Chivos as the kids say, encourage app engagement. Has anybody said Chivos since the classic Xbox was released? Because, Bye, Reva. Thank you for stopping by. And I hope that you have a good evening, or at least as good an evening as possible given the work everything. But yes, take care. Bye-bye. Okay, well, what's with that empty space on the left? Oh, well, I also track vocal responses from people you meet. Once you get to know some folks, I'll let you know how we're getting along with them over there. Relationship scores. Wonderful. So, will you also tell me what the correct responses are to avoid making enemies? Or do I need to file a walkthrough for the vast game you're making of my daily life? Bo? Bo. Bo. Oh my god. You're looking at this the wrong way. Generally, people won't get super annoyed at you unless you deliberately and repeatedly provoke them. And it'll be obvious when you're doing that. I promise you that if you bungle a few social encounters, it won't really hurt anything. No cheating needed. Just relax and have fun. I love how this game is just breaking the fourth wall and being like, hey, be normal. Don't fucking worry about it. You can access your scorecard anytime you like with the Q key, or click on the score in the upper right corner of your screen. And that's everything. Ta-da! Okay, but how is any of that supposed to help me get a job? Huh? I only downloaded this app because my roomie claims you're a great life coach for the unemployed. What good will taking the quiz off the back of a supermarket checkout rack magazine do with that?
Why, it'll help me understand your spirit, of course.
It's like, hey, it's okay, but... You can talk to ghosts? Is there a ghost in the room right now? Am I a ghost? You have to tell me if I'm a ghost. That's the rule.
No, silly. I mean your spirit. Your hopes and dreams. Your life's passions. I can even help you find romance.
Interesting. I mean... honestly, Maya, those are both goals. And that is all I'm gonna say about that in relation to my current job. Romance. Seriously? Seriously. Often enough, you can find your soulmate and your dream job in the same place. No, do not date your coworkers. That never ends well. But if you'd rather focus on gainful employment for now, that's fine too. Workplace dating. Well, that's a recipe for disaster. Yup. And hitting on coworkers right from day one can be kinda awkward. Yup. Am I looking for love and ready to start right out of the gate? Never get a second chance to make a first impression. If I meet the right person, why put it off? It's... No one I know that has ever done it has ever had a good experience. How do I want to handle this new opportunity? I do like that they have ace options. Oh yeah. Definitely bad in the graduate program. Yeah. I think the only time it's ended well at all is with the album Rumors by Fleetwood Mac, and that didn't end well for anybody involved, just people who like good music. That album came about in spite of just all the fuckery going on, and not just, yeah. I'm open to it, but I'm not about to like immediately hit on coworkers. But I also do like being kind of flirty. I should play it cool on the first day. I'll play it cool on day one at least. Yeah. Because I can be very flirty, but I'm also like, day one, no. Day one, no. Job time is professional time. Right now, I'd rather focus on finding a career. Any sweet lovin' can come later if I feel like it. That's fine. I'm sure as you get to know people better, romance will eventually bloom. Or not. It's up to you, really. Now let's get started. To finish analyzing your personal history, please authorize me to read your social media feeds and personal information metadata. Aha! I knew it. This is some kind of scam. I'm gonna wake up in a bathtub of ice, missing a kidney. Sure, I can help you register as an organ donor.
Bad command or file name?
You're being sarcastic. Sorry, I haven't quite finished analyzing your personality. I couldn't tell. Yes, day one is definitely keep job day. We do not want day one to end with a trip to HR. That's no. Relax, I won't share information with any third parties. This is strictly so I can find your dream job. Am I authorized? Another wonderful Juniper recommendation here, just like the 17 self-help books on my shelf. Still, 18th time's the charm, right? Yeah, go ahead. Hey, Dan, thank you for resubscribing. Yeah, we are playing through Arcade Spirits. We are just getting through the tutorial. It's like your baby, but it's doing what it told you to. It did what it told you to. It did what you told it to. Fucking, I don't know, something about parenting. It's Gucci. Let's go ahead.
Please enjoy this recorded music.
Okay, enough of that. God, so, do I just stand here, or...
Thank you. Thank you.
I am doing alright. Work has been a little bit whatever, and Puck has been doing some crimes, but it's an okay time. It's an okay time. I think vibin' is... I think vibin's a good way to put it, yeah. How are you? Thank you for waiting. I've identified your dream job and arranged an interview. 30 minutes from now. Hell yeah! Glad to hear it. Oh wait, sorry, that was Ray, not Dan. On my feed, y'all have the same, the same icon color, so I'm like, oh, cool. But no. But no. Please put on some nice clothes. Nicer than those. Please. I don't think that's too much to ask. Hell yeah, vibin'. It's, Well, I'd say that you're both in good company. Probably. Most likely. Probably. Probably? Let's say probably. What? For your interview, silly, you want to look your best. But we just... Okay, how did you land my dream job in 20 seconds flat? Hexcat Ray, I mean... I think that might be a crack ship, but let's, who am I to stand in the way of what things may be? Simple. I'm awesome like that. I do not accept that as an answer. And also, what is this, the 2010s? Now get a move on. Tut tut. You need to catch the 8:20 a.m. bus, and that is 9 minutes away. Yo. Ha! Yeah, the point is to have a ship. Who cares if it evergreens or whatever the hell? Oh, this is happening. But I do have a chance to get off this runaway train. And what he says, like, have to obey my new digital fairy godmother. I could delete the app and go find a real job. That'd be the safest option. I could... It's day one of unemployment. Let's do it. Let's do it. A normal person, someone with high standards, would have deleted the app right there rather than hop bus to meet up with what were very likely men with sharp knives and a taste for kidneys. For me, I was already getting dressed before she'd finished that sentence. Adventure! It's not that I believed the silly app's claims at serving my hopes and dreams on a silver platter. Honestly, I expected another shoe shop job at best. He only eats rude people. Very true, very true. But, well... Choose trust in the science? No. It's either what the hell or it'll be worth a laugh. So this is bold, and this is funny. I'll go with it'll be worth a laugh. Because normally in this situation, if I was immediately offered a job, I'd say, let's go for it, let's see what happens. Yeah, it is similar to the I got some gold in N, or N+, or N++. I like how they just keep adding pluses to it. I did. I hit the stats so I can guess them, but it looks like these are just in order. Like laughter, balanced, like the emotional heartfelt one, and bold, and also basic. Which, I feel like with this I'd either be laughter or bold. Although it's less, what the hell, let's do it, and more like, well, this shit can't get any weirder. Let's do what the hell. Knew it. Juniper's right. I need to get my life in gear. So what's the harm in diving into something this wacky? Okay, there could be a lot of harm, granted. But the alternative is to mope around our apartment for weeks, then, egads, go get a job anyway. So I thought, screw it. I'm in on this runaway train. Let's see how far it goes. And as I came to realize weeks later, turns out that was the best impulsive decision I've ever made. Boring clothing store. Delightfully dull. Loan office. Whole story. I am upset that Riva left because they would love this. Hi, everyone. Do you want to take a trip down to Whole Story? Oh, God. This is amazing. Fucking... Wubsub. Oh, God. Law offices Smith Johnson, attorney at law. Dubstep and subways, we love to see it. Boring Pengy bar the shop. It's a little penguin. And just loan office. Do you need a loan? Come down to loan office. Home of the loan. Nubsub. Is it Nubsub or Wubsub? Because that looks like there's just a baby bit of a W. Are you the Wubsub or the Nubsub? Because I'm a Whole Story. We all know that I'm Whole Story. Yub nub. La da da da. Da ba ba da da ba ba da ba 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 da ba da ba ba. Oh Lord. This is, well, it's a strip mall. Strip malls are relics of 19XDX, places where a random assortment of weird little businesses jams many themselves into as tight of a space as possible. For instance, I'm seeing a dentist. Where? A used bookstore called The Whole Story, an arcade, a fast food joint, and a boarded up self-health spa called Lattes and Enemas, which sounds...
Hey, listen.
Fuck! God damn it. Oh no. She did the Navi joke from Ocarina of Time. I love this game, but god damn it. I'm aware that coffee loosens some stuff when you drink it, but I do not know about coffee enemas, no. Is this actually a thing? Am I about to learn? Is this about to be educational? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. I'm afraid, but I have to know more. No learning, only suffering. Hey, Prince, no reason it can't be both. Homeopathic bullshit. So, bullshit. Homeopathic bullshit, but you repeat yourself. Shots fired. Yeah. 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 Oh, wait. Yeah. Good shit. I think that's two things no human being should ever combine. No, I mean about your future place of work. I am desperately hoping we're not talking about the same thing. Which one of these businesses exactly am I working at? I don't know anything about oral hygiene or old books, and I'd rather not be a fry cook. I mean, I do know things about old books, but it's fine. It's fine. Can we get a side game where we just work at a whole story? Because English degree, please. I would like to be seen. The one in the middle, silly. Also, fry cook, that is a wub sub. They sell sandwiches. What, behind the arcade? It is the arcade. Huh? Trust me on this. I referenced and cross-referenced and cross-referenced your personality details, personal history, and social media connections. This is your dream job. I guess they could make fried sandwiches. That's where the wub comes in. Just wubbing around. Hell yeah. Wub sub, deep fried subs. In theaters Friday. My dream job. Really?
99.97%.
Well, there is that .03. I should probably explain my confusion. Arcades are big business in the entertainment sector. Pro gamers are celebs, 5-star arcades are social hotspots. It's always been popular with the mainstream. Submarine Sammy because it goes under oil. Yeah! 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 So much oil, America wants to invade it. But well, restaurants are popular too, right? And for everybody who opens one hoping to be the next Iron Chef, trademark, a dozen more shut down in failure. Arcade competition is fierce. Paydays range from peanuts to gold, and sure, those who make it can secure fame and fortune, but those who don't, well, no wonder Iris sees this as a dream job. Video games weren't always as popular, though. I read an interesting article about this, though. Is this any landfill or is just the one with the ET cartridges? Peanuts. Emphasis on the nuts. Back in the year 1980X, we narrowly avoided a serious industry crash, which would have left video games as a kid's toy fad, like hula hoops. No mainstream acceptance. Penis. Paninis. For instance, one of the factors could have been a terrible game based on a kid's movie about a cute alien visitor who wanted to phone home. Oh hey, alternate history where E.T., the video game, was never released. Peanuts is an amazing way to describe gallstones, and you know it, Maya. If this game was complete poop butts, like poop from a butt, and massively overproduced, it ruined video games for years. Fortunately, cooler heads prevailed. That game was delayed until it could be developed properly, and the crash was averted. The crisis only exists in theory now. Okay, gaming history lesson. Because, yes, they are referring to the video game crash in the 1980s. That was, in a lot of ways, precipitated... Actually, in a lot of ways, blamed on the licensed game E.T. for, I believe, the Atari 2600. Some classic... Yeah, I'm going to say Atari 2600. Whatever. Here's the thing, though. Much like American politics, the recent disaster didn't come about in a nutshell. There are a lot of historic and systemic problems that led that to sort of be a thing. We had a lot of shovelware at the time, a lot of very cheaply produced, very expensive games, and this was sort of the straw that broke the camel's back, but it became much more visible because E.T. was just this huge property. But shovelware was a very big problem in those times, especially because dev teams were much smaller as well. You'd see teams of often just like single digits, if not just one person, like the guy they had making ET. Contrast this now, where most AAA games have dev teams of like 50 to hundreds to 100 to hundreds of people, and even smaller indie teams. And it takes a much smaller indie team, like 5 to 10 people. Like you would need a smaller indie game for that. I'm not talking like Terraria small, because no, that's still pretty big. Like this would have just a couple of people, or Doki Doki Literature Club had one person, or Lady Killer in a Bind had one major developer on, Christine Love, she makes some of my favorite games. But that's neither here nor there. At some point, we need to play more Christine Love games on stream. Oh yeah, there was burying them in a desert somewhere. I want to say like a few years ago, there was an article saying that they actually found the landfill, which is great. But if you do want to experience it, you can still play the ROM, and it's definitely, you can still play it online. You can download the ROM and play it on like some emulator. It's definitely not lost to time, because preservation is still an important thing. Yeah, well, I'm always a fan of Christine Love games. Once Get in the Car Loser comes out, I'm gonna probably play it. I don't know if this is a pic of the landfill or not, but if nothing else, it is a picture referencing that landfill because it is a landfill. I don't know if it's the ET one, but that's what they're referencing here. But yeah, ET was not the cause of the crash. It just made a lot of people realize, oh wait, these people are making really, really shitty games that are super expensive. We're done with this. We've been milked a little bit too long. Similar to what happened with Rhythm Games between Guitar Hero and Rock Band, because they were just like, not just yearly releases, but like every few months these games are being released, and oftentimes with new hardware as well. Yeah. It could be a lot of effort in ET Spelunk. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, history lesson. I hope you enjoyed. Zach talks about the history of video games and just really unpacking this thing. But the point of all that was, although ET definitely it is one of the more prominent examples of like shitty shovelware, and it is sort of the thing that was like the inciting event. There was a lot of shit building up to it. That's just what broke the dam. Yeah, it was a catalyst, but the reaction was definitely building up ahead of time. If it wasn't ET, it was likely going to be another game. Yeah, free podcasts. I'm glad y'all think so. Yay! Sometimes I wonder what it'd be like for people in the darkest timeline, where everything went wrong. Are gamers considered nerds and outcasts? Are arcades vanishing points of nostalgia? Gaming is largely mainstream, so no. But arcades are definitely vanishing points of nostalgia. There are definitely a couple arcades that are still around, but they're like arcades that also do other stuff, like arcade bars or like whatever. Yeah, no Outcast. Even in 2019, Outcast was stretching it. The mind boggles. But make no mistake, as popular as they are, the arcade industry is a dodgy, risky prospect for a job. Plenty make a run at it, only to come up short. Considering Iris was tasked with getting me a job I'd enjoy and could keep for more than a few months, this left me a bit confused. Iris, this isn't me saying no. It's an interesting prospect, but I mean, are you sure about this? You say that you're 99% sure. She's gonna say 99.97.
99.97%.
Fucking, yeah, no, we knew it. Won't this be like my lifeguard job, though? Satisfying but short-lived? This arcade doesn't exactly look like a 5-star. It's no Deco's Palace, that's for sure. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't set foot inside an arcade in 15 years. So my question about this alternate timeline is, what happens to PC and console gaming? Because, we were already seeing the move away from arcades. The main reason why arcades died isn't because the video game crashed, although that definitely didn't help. Because like arcades were still around for a while. They were just still thought of as like toys, like Dave and Buster's type shit. which, you know, fair. The main reasons why arcades died out was because, well, it's because home consoles became a much more economical way to play video games. You could spend 25 cents each time you play a game at a game that was designed to just eat up as many of your quarters as possible, spending a huge amount of money over a long period of time. Or you could buy a console and a game. And like you could like just have the game at home, play it as much as you like, and not have to worry about lines or pocket money or any of that stuff. So it wasn't because like, oh no, the video game crashed. It's because consoles became more and more prevalent, and arcades became less profitable, which sucks because arcades kind of kick ass. But yeah, Sour Downer, absolutely. Like arcades are so much cooler. There's actually a local arcade bar that I fucking love. I won't say the name of it, because try not to get doxxed and like all this other shit. But it's a really, really good place. I am a fan. And yeah, it's great. Even places like Dave & Buster's, where you can go and just play a shitload of arcade games. It's fun as hell, and I do like it. But I do think they benefit from either the cost being baked into like the other stuff you get there, like drinks and what have you, or being able to like do a free play type thing. We're like, cool, I'm paying for the time, and it's free play during that time. Oh yeah, MAME kicks ass. We do love MAME. There is going to be something about an arcade cabinet you can't quite replicate with that, especially some games with more bespoke controls. But MAME kicks ass. I have it on this PC. There's definitely MAME games that I'm probably going to stream at some point. Oh, gross. That's terrible, Maya. And I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, if libraries had arcades, that fucks. Which could lead to an interesting solution to the profitability problem, because libraries are funded by the government. So, and they're useful not just for like research and preservation, but they're also very useful public service, because it's a lot of like utility stuff that most people just can't always afford. And they're also very useful for authors, actually, because libraries will buy a fuckload of copies of the book, and that really helps with the authors. And then people who wouldn't normally be able to buy the book will be able to read it. And hey, maybe they'll be able to buy it later on, who knows? Which is super cool. And a lot of games already do have like games and shit that you can rent. So I do think this would be a kind of cool natural extension to that. The main issue I could see is that, because I mean it's history and it's art, just like any other sort of history and art. The main issue that I could see with it is most in terms of like cleanliness, keeping things up to like a good condition, and also ensuring that people aren't shitty. Basically making sure that it stays more like a library, and less like, you know, fun time arcade Dave & Buster's. Because I do like Dave & Buster's, but it is a very different vibe from the public library. Space is also definitely an issue, as is gonna be power and upkeep, because that is a lot of electricity to run all those things. Oh yeah, limited plays. Although, you might be able to fix that with a bunch of, essentially a bunch of machines, because really all that you would need is like the shape of the cabinet itself, but then you can have like a Raspberry Pi in there hooked up to a CRT with just a fuckload of individual games on it. Like, you could probably get away with using a Raspberry Pi with just a fuckload of storage on it. Okay, I'm going too far down the rabbit hole, thinking up a way to make a home arcade. Let's go back to this game about arcades. I gotta stop. I have to stop brainstorming ideas for, like, home or library arcades. Although, God, that's such a good idea. I remember really enjoying arcades when I was a kid. I wonder why I stopped going to them. Iris interrupts that thought, eager to show off her housework. It is a very good rabbit hole. I love the rabbit hole, but I also do want to see where this game goes. I feel like I'm a panel moderator. I'm like, y'all are having a great discussion, but like, we gotta go. We gotta go. Also, one second, I'm turning down the main mix on myself slightly because I think I'm peaking. There we go. There we go.
My sources say yes.
Trust me, when I said I was 99.97% sure, I meant it. That's not some arbitrary number. I am designed to be a bit silly and whimsical, but my math is deadly serious. That is actually an excellent point. That is in fact an amazing point. And that's part of why I'm like, okay, Raspberry Pi said instead of a bunch of arcade cabinets, you can get away with one. But that only mitigates the underlying concern of like high power and energy consumption, which is fucking yeah. And yeah, no. Reason 458, why, hey, green energy, renewables, fuck yes. Which is another reason why I'm really upset at Arizona, because, like, we did introduce legislature to, switch over, like, a lot of our power to the solar grid, which, Arizona desert, hell yeah. But, like, utility companies were like, no. And they scared all the old people so that all the old people voted against it. Like, some old people, just like other people too, it wound up dying, and I'm very upset by that. Hey, Maya? They're genuine concerns, though. And the practicalities and logistics are very important to keep in mind. So, hell yeah. And it is never a bad time to say yay green energy. Cause, fuck, yay green energy, holy shit, we need it. Sooner rather than later. God, we're heading towards a climate apocalypse and no one's doing it if you stop. Because the people who could are like 5 people that don't want to give up their fucking oil proceeds. It's fine. Let's play arcade games. My coders made me to be the warm, personable front of a database array that's currently laser targeted on getting you exactly what you need. Right here, right now. And when this place inevitably collapses and I lose my dream job, what makes you think that's gonna happen? Yay! I know, but I'm like, it's gonna get worse. Because it does, it always does. I don't think your database accounts for my family curse. We've always had to, I don't know, compromise, settle, because things rarely work out. You always have to be ready for the worst. That's why I just take things in stride these days. Does that mean you shouldn't even try? I open my mouth to protests, and then close it. As often as my life tends to crumble out from under me, it's not like she was wrong. Still have to try. I mean, what the hell? Why not? Buy the ticket, take the ride. That's what I told myself when I walked out the door this morning, wasn't it? No matter how risky, I owed it to myself to jump in with both feet. And when it all came crashing down, well, I'd recover before, I'd recover again. Meanwhile, might as well take the opportunity in front of me. She's got a ticket to ride. Sour Dino, sleepyhead. Well, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that you sleep well and have a great time. And hope to see you on the next stream as well. Hopefully with fewer technical difficulties. Take care. So, I opted to push on through those doors and see what awaited for me on the other side. Fast Cars 5, Showtime stage. Fist of Discomfort, Snack Runner, Castle Crunch. Oh my god, Time Shooters? I thought that's a Time Shooters for a second. Fight Champs? Okay, this is great. I can't quite see what those two are, because like there's a little bit of aliasing there, but this is great. The air conditioning hits me like a cool breeze, albeit one smelling of copper and corn chips. I don't think I've ever had corn chips. Copper corn chips. Corn chips with blood salsa. Blood salsa is the best kind, and anybody who says differently is a coward. As it's early in the morning on a weekday, it's not too packed with gamers. Although it's so packed with games, I'd probably have a hard time finding anyone anyway. Fuck, there is Galaga noise. There are Galaga noises in the background. It's playing Galaga. And, okay. Tortilla chips, yes. Fritos I've had, but I'm not a fan. Siblings are vampire confirmed. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. And once I'm struck by something odd, I actually recognize most of these games. Neat. Considering I haven't walked into an arcade in over a decade, that's probably not great. Lots of vintage stuff here from the looks of it, like really old. Although I don't recognize that game with the stage lights and things. Maybe it's karaoke or dancing? A Japanese import? It's DDR. It's DDR!
My sources say yes.
Checking. That would be Showtime Stage, a collaboration of Nihana Heavy Industry Concern and Hubris Records in Germany. It's won a lot of awards. Heavy Industry Concern. I feel like that's a reference to something. I recognize most of these. Whoa, is that seriously a Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze? But the one in the middle with its split screens is new to me. Fist of Discomfort. Pario Party? Master Golfer? Oh, this is great. Fist of Discomfort, a hybrid real-time strategy and brawler beat-em-up. It's actually not that new. It's been a staple of the esports scene for at least 8 years. Is this League of Legends? 2 genres I was utterly lousy at last time I checked. And over here, the Pac-Man Mopey is an old lady. Sorry, man. I was just talking to myself and had an overwhelming urge to complete my sentences. Thankfully, I don't think she even registered me calling her old. She looks from her knitting, seated behind the ticket prize redemption desk, and offers a wrinkly smile.
Well, hello there. Always nice to meet someone new in the Funplex.
Okay, I like her. Yeah, actually, where is Killer Queen? I was wondering if Castle Crunch was it, but yeah. Also, the arcade bar that I was vaguely referencing earlier, they have Killer Queen, and it fucks. I can't wait to go. Maybe later this year, most likely not till next year, cause yeah. The what?
Francine's Arcade Funplex. Didn't you see the sign out front, dear?
Oh, it's called Faff. Just faffing around.
Well, I chose to knock off the first 2 words when they got knocked off the building during the storm of 1980. Now it's Funplex, I suppose. So, how can I help you, dear?
Oh god, not the storm of 1980. Fuck. 1985. Yes. Yes. Same brain cell. The storm of 1980. Fuck. It's so good. It's so good. How can I help you, dear? A funplex? Is that when you suplex a clown? A genie on my phone set up a job interview for me. Although I would love to use this line. This is something I would use in casual conversation. Been in business for fuckity fuck years? Damn. Fuck years, yeah, exactly. I'm gonna say a genie in my phone set up a job interview for me. 20, 30, fuckty. Fuckty 1, forkty 2, fuckty 5. She's still preoccupied with 1980 fuck. Okay, no. She's still quite thunderstruck by 19 fuckty fuck. There we go. Gotta rhyme it, but also keep the meter going. Oh, I'm prouder of that than I should be. I'm gonna say genie in my phone set up a job interview for me, cause like this, we don't know her, she doesn't know us. It's not the best way to open up a job interview. Fuck. Do it. Clip it and tweet it. Absolutely. Oh, that's great. A genie. Oh, what a night. Like this. Fuck the time for me as I remember what the fuck. I don't think I know the song you're referencing, Maya. I might be bad at music. A genie on my phone set up a job interview for me. Oh, bold again. Magical Space Fairy is something that lives in my phone. Told me to come here to find my dream job. It's been 1 week since you... December 1963 by Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. I do not know that song. But I appreciate you bringing some class to the stream, because God knows we could use it. It's been 1 fuck since you looked at me. Fucked you fuckity fuck a fuck a fuck fuck. Fuck a fuckity fuck. Fuck 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 a fuck fuck a fuck fuck. Okay, we're not doing any more of that.
Hello!
I might. Hello! I'm a magical space fairy. Apparently. I half expected her to send me packing. Pretty impulsive of me just to talk about Iris like that. But she took it in stride. It'd be even more impulsive to make the suplex joke. Like, come on. Come on.
My, oh my.
Hello. My, what they can do with technology these days. I really do marvel at what amazing things young people have in 2050 fuck. Although I'd simply love to take a sledgehammer to those blasted video game consoles that eat at my bottom line. Eat at your bottom what now? But yeah, no, like this is why arcades wound up dying, because of the console boom. And actually, frankly, the collapse of arcades would have happened sooner if like the crash didn't happen with ET. Because like ET the other shovelware, that's what caused home consoles to fail. Arcades were still doing just fine, and in fact, home consoles being dead helped them stay alive. So yeah, how have they managed? Okay, I get that like gaming is mainstream now, which may have helped, but yeah, like consoles would have gotten just as prevalent, if not more prevalent. Bare Naked Zachary. Damn it! Oh. Bare Naked Zachary. That is false advertising. That is not. This is not that kind of stream. If that gets enough retweets, I'll start an OnlyFans. How about that? She said with such a kind-hearted and warm smile. Probably should have reread the line there.
Please call me Francine. As in Francine's Arcade Funplex. Get it?
Okay, if that gets 100 if someone tweets that and it gets 100 retweets, I'll start an OnlyFans, and you can quote me on that. You can like clip that and add that too. I don't care. I don't give a heck.
Actually, thinking about it, I suppose we were originally Frederick's Arcade Funplex, named after my dear departed husband.
Aw.
Sadly, he died peacefully in bed some years ago.
Does asphyxiation count as peacefully? Cause make it so. I mean, it's not up to me. Like, this is all up to y'all. If y'all decide to spread the word, I guess I'm getting an OnlyFans. I'll just need like proof that it has been tweeted and it got 100 retweets. I'm sorry to hear that. Spread the word, he'll spread those cheeks. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I would do anything for cash. And I will do that.
No, don't be. He died doing what he loved. Having intensely physical relations with me.
I fucking love Francine. Oh my god, I want to grow up to be her. I want to be her when I grow up. She fucked him to death! Woo! So what I'm hearing is you're single. So I'm hearing that Francine is single. Why did we turn off flirty first impressions? I feel like there's some needed context behind that. You don't have to say it in chat, but I feel like there is some missing context there. Hey, you know what? You know what, Prince? You couldn't have known. You couldn't have known that we'd meet this absolute fucking legend, literally. That's information I needed to know. Yes, it absolutely is. Flirt, damn it. Get in her DMs. And you are Bonanas, ma'am. Very well. Shall we retire to the office to conduct your interview? I'd carry on out here, but it is rather noisy, isn't this? Oh, is this about to go how I think it's about to go? Yeah, about that. How do you deal with the constant noise anyway? Then she just learned how to filter out all the beeps and boops. So I didn't think this was an H game, but I won't say no if it is. Francine's a legend and she could definitely teach us some stuff. I'm down. It can take weeks to become acclimated, I found, but in the end, I'm gonna show you her beep boops. God, I hope so. Francine romance route when? Done. That is uncanny and uncomfortable. H game. She quirks an eyebrow. Well, now that's faster than the others. Not bad. See, usually when you're faster than others, they're less than impressed with your performance. Wait, she's talking about the noise. Never mind. So shall we see what you're made of? This way, please. I'm assuming she is just giving our character the bedroom eyes the entire time. I have to believe that. Yes. Soda. Hello, would you like some soda? I would like some soda. Do you want soda flavored? Soda flavored? Or soda flavored? Or diet soda? She has a very flirty smile. She can get it. Penguin there, baby. It's so good. So, whose lunchbox is that? Also, what is that a bottle of? What is this a bottle of? I didn't know this place was fucking cool. Although, again, Francine's here. I love her. Ipecac? See, I was gonna say it was like either booze or kombucha. Kombuska? I guarantee that's a thing. I'm sure that I saw it somewhere when I was in LA. Gilf Wars. No gods, no masters, only gilfs. An into door marked employees only. It takes all my straight not to point at the extraneous apostrophe. Thank you. I'm trying to be less shitty about being a grammar just weirdo in these games, but yeah. Welcome to our little backstage oasis. I'd suggest we do this in Gavin's office, but it's a bit too busy. I don't blame the boy, he's been so overworked lately. So what are we doing here? Please, have a seat, and we'll begin. As quirky as this place and its owner can be, at least I'm confident that I can nail the interview portion of the proceedings. Is that what we're calling it now? Well, I think it's us making a scene and we're making a mess. This way someone else has to clean it up. I've been interviewed for 12 jobs and held down 3. I know all the standard questions. What are your greatest strengths? What do you see as your weaknesses? Once, I even had to describe how to assemble a Lego trademark set to prove my communication skills. Oh, you know, she about to slam the hams. Oh, God. It's about to be backstage in an Italian restaurant because she's getting the secret sauce. Considering I ended up washing dishes, I'm not sure why, but yeah, Prince, that's honestly fair. The point is, I'm confident, prepared, ready. Removes pants.
If you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be?
What?
If you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be?
Right. Okay. Maybe this wouldn't be a typical job interview after all. Fuckosaurus Rex, Triceratodon. Parasaurolophallus, maybe. Uh, no problem. Go with the flow. Let's do this. Y'all know that I'm pure plesiosaur. Which I think may be technically less the dinosaur, more just like a reptile or a large thing, but it doesn't matter. Brontosaurus. Big dude. Enjoy salad. Trex. No doubt about it. Pterodactyl. Sorinthes. Pegasaurus. Nice! Now that's what she is. She a Pegasaurus. We a Bottomsaurus. And God, I'm here for it. I want this to be sexy. I want this to be sexy. Damn it. It's okay. It's okay. Actually, okay. Part of me does want to reset and like have the flirty stuff in the beginning. But no, let's just see what happens. Pterodactyl. I always wanted to be a bird, so wait, no, all dinosaurs are basically birds. Let me rephrase. I've always wanted to be a flying bird, so pterodactyl. Swooping around, catching up drafts, staying way away from meat eaters. Salad, no. Pucka's yelling at me. If I were a dinosaur, I'd be a Maya. Sorry. Pterodactyls are a dinosaur they never shown ever. What about a pteranodon? Ooh, I wonder if they're gonna bring that up. Really? How exciting! Even if technically speaking, pterodactyls aren't dinosaurs. Hell yeah! This game has your number, Maya. They got you. Fuck yes. This to be sexy. Let me add it. Rest in spaghetti, never forgetty. Oh fuck. I think I needed to reactivate Botassium. Dan, try it again. Try it one more time. I think I had to like reactivate it, but go for it. There you go. I didn't turn on the banana, unfortunately. I fucked up. Even if technically speaking, pterodactyls aren't dinosaurs. Yeah, Francine's got your back. Francine fucks. Ayy. At some point, I do need to pare down some of the quotes. Nice.
What's your favorite snack?
You, baby. Snack. This was a favorite food question. I'd have this down easy. It's tacos. Always tacos. But snacks.
When you have pizza on a bagel,
Pizza bagels. Say pizza bagels. When pizza's on a bagel, you can have hashi. Vagina, perhaps? Come now, dear. I don't have all day. After giving it a good thought, well, how could I forget my favorite snack? Tacos are also my favorites. That's terrifying. How about with almond butter? It's also tacos. It's also tacos. We all about them tacos, baby. We are not getting into sandwich discourse. Tacos and only tacos. But no, we are not getting into sandwich discord. Like, oh my god, is our taco sandwiches? We're not doing it. We're not doing it. Shutting down the sandwich discord now. Like, discourse now. Like, no. 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 Oh, damn it. I need more drink. Sandwich Discord is a good name for your the Discord channel that I don't have. I technically do have a very small Discord server that nobody uses. Maya, no, you're fine. It is fake exasperation. It's totally Gucci. Tacos. and only tacos. There is no other sustenance. I can see you're a person that knows exactly what they want. Baby, you fucking know it. And how to get it. Oh, baby, you fucking know it. It's very much a personal private server. Did you know? I am not about to be like, hello, everyone, welcome. No, private server. Private server. I will give you an invite, though, because we know each other IRL. And yeah, anybody who wants an invite, yeah, message me on Discord and I'll get one for you. You know what they say? You are what you eat. Aren't you already on that server? I feel like you're already on that server. Are you? Let me get that pulled up. Yeah, you're already on that server. How dare you? Let me invite some people. I'm getting you that invite, Dan. Stop I mean, yes, keep messaging, but also, yeah. Heck. Big heck. Settings. Who? Oh, invite members. Doi. We got Dan. Where is the prince? I feel like they're already there, but let's do that. No. Right there. All right, Prince, you should also have an invite. Hell yeah. The bot pulls another one, as they frequently do. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's mostly just for shits and giggles. I don't need that many, but I wanted to make jokes. It's technically still under construction. Like, there's a lot of shit that still needs to be done with the Soiva. It's just basic hangout. Yeah, I will not say no if somebody has advice on how to, like, make the server not shitty. Very little actually happens with it. Next question. Nothing I prepared for has helped me plan for this odd interview. I braced myself for the next one.
What assets can you bring to the team during the inevitable zombie apocalypse?
Turns around. All about them assets. BB. Hell yeah. Everybody has accepted those invites. Dan, that's horrifying. That's amazing, but Jesus. Yeah, just I'm gonna have the zombies eat my ass through the entire thing. It's great. It's great. Wait, how is the bot posting? Hold on. How is the bot posting? Oh. It's because someone said the word butt. Right. Oh, it's not working for me. I see how it is. The banana hates its own kind. I see how it is. Yeah, it might be. What assets can you bring to the team during the inevitable zombie apocalypse? Is this interview for real or is this a dream? As I look into Francine's deadpan expression, I know she's 130% serious. Engineering, I can make stuff. Medical, and hey, no lawyers to sue for malpractice. To be honest, I probably get eaten on day one. I'm gonna say, so none of these are true, but I am gonna say medical, cause that's hilarious. Medical, definitely. In a world without lawyers, I'm sure I could do a reasonable job. But seriously, I did have to take a first aid class when I worked at previous jobs, and CPR lessons. That's a great point. Doctors and nurses will all be exposed to assorted patient zeros and will be the first ones eaten. People with any medical knowledge will be in high demand, and it could be the difference between your party living and dying slowly and painfully. One more thing.
Why are you here?
The question is so simple and almost actually irrelevant to career planning that it takes me off guard. I don't, the character does. I have zero medical training. I told you that Magical Space Sphere on my phone sent me here to find a job.
You're seeking a job, true? But that doesn't really answer my question, does it? No doubt you think my interview questions are a bit silly, but I like to think of the Funplex as more than a collection of tasks for people to perform.
Correction, Dan. It worked a little too well. Too soon. We don't know how long it's been, Prince. It could have been like a decade or so. We don't fucking know. We don't know. We don't know her life. Apparently, hey, it was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. Hey, if she could joke about just railing him to death, I think she's okay. I think she's okay with it.
Most folks my age opening arcades at that time saw it as just another way to make a quick buck. But
Oh my god, I just realized she has Pac-Man earrings. Like the Pac-Man and the cherries. And this could also be like a backgammon reference. Jesus fucking Christ. Fuck! I thought you were talking about an arcade machine that I missed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I fucked up. Those ain't cherries. It's her husband's dead testicles. Shriveled and dried up and painted red.
well, I saw it as something else. Something more than a way to make a large pile of quarters. And I expect you'll find the others working here see it as something more too.
2 dangos.
Everyone has a dream they're chasing, dearie. And for my friends, it lies within the Funplex.
I'm malicious, mean, and scary. My sneer could curdle dairy, and violence-wise my hands are not the cleanest. But beside my evil look, and my temper and my hook, I've always yearned to be a concert pianist. I've got a dream, I've got a dream. Ship-a-dip-a-dip-a-da-ba-da-da-da. Though I sure do love, sure love breaking femurs. You can count me with the dreamers. Like everybody else, I've got a dream. We love to see it. As a warning for new lovers to see what they're getting, what they're getting themselves into. I was gonna say it's a way to remember her lost husband. Be like, just his most memorable asset. I like to keep it close to me at all times.
Now, if all you want is a paycheck, I can provide that. But the last fellow in your position, that's all he wanted. And he didn't last long.
At the job, or
So I ask you again, why are you here?
my husband died in an unfortunate dick tromping accident. Oops. It was very unfortunate. I just wish I'd been the one doing the champing. To be honest, I didn't have a better answer than why not. Buy the ticket, take the ride, that's what I told myself. But that wouldn't cut it here. I needed to actually think this through. Rest in pieces. It's a fun plex. A plex of fun, and I like fun. That is too shallow. I'm gonna go for one of these two. To be honest, I don't know. Not yet. I'm looking for hope. I haven't had much lately. We're not doing these two. Rest in peace. Say I'm looking for hope. I understand, I'm not whining or looking for pity, but my life has been a complete mess for over a decade. Handing out of jobs, taking what I can get, settling, compromising. I gave up on hoping for something better a long time ago. But the people in my life who are close to me keep encouraging me to try and chase my dreams. That's why I'm here. I'm looking for the answer to your question. Rest in D's nuts! That's great. R.I.D. Rest in D's. But I won't be daydreaming all the time, I promise. In my last job, I was a lifeguard. That takes a lot of focus. I'll be just as attentive at helping your funplex. That perks her attention. Oh my, a rather serious occupation, that. And an unusual step from such troubled waters to a land of make-believe. You enjoy this role as a lifeguard, I take it? Yes, ma'am. My roommate often says she often noticed me smiling after coming home from work. Which makes Francine smile in turn. I can't say I can offer a role with such high stakes, but you'd be surprised at the many ways one can save a life. Even here. Very well. I'm satisfied. Let's get you to work. Wait, that's all it takes to satisfy you? But I wanted to make with the sex, though. Well, I mean, Maya, obviously. Why bother being a lifeguard if you can't fucking drown people? Especially kids. Fuck them kids. Please don't clip that and put it out of context. Shit. Oh god, I'm gonna get arrested. Oh god. Let's get to work. I breathe easier. That's probably the weirdest job interview I've ever had, to be honest. And yet, it felt... Fuck them kids. Oh no. That's... Oh fuck. Mistakes have been made. Probably the weirdest interview I've ever had, to be sure. And yet it felt appropriate. Like it was about far more than just filling a slot on the payroll. It's like to fill a slot on her payroll. Francine leads me back to the arcade floor to introduce me to my duties. Yes, but also please don't. It only occurs to me now that I forgot to ask exactly what duties this mystery job I accepted really involve. I hope the word duties isn't like apropos here. Francine gestures to the seat she was occupying. The seat he was occupying previously. A stool behind the prize desk. God, all the stool and duty talk.
Marvelous.
Welcome to your new position, Beau. It's not the one I was hoping for, but I'll work it to the best of my ability. Sitting here, you mean? Sitting here and helping players redeem tickets for valuable prizes. Spicy gal. Yeah, God, I hope so. Getting hired as a cleaner. Are we talking like actual cleaning stuff or like the euphemistic cleans up the dead bodies cleaner? Because like I'm down either way. A paycheck's a paycheck, but like gotta know. I glanced at the wide array of pencil toppers, rubber spiders, and tiny plastic toy cars on display. Well, for prices at any rate. It's such a relief. I'd really been stretching myself thin lately trying to fill in since the position was vacated. If you don't mind me asking, ma'am, why did the last guy who sat here end up quitting? Wait, cleaner? As in one who... That didn't answer my question. Oh, wait, okay. Wait. So, like, I clean up after, like, the dead bodies and shit? What? I'm afraid. Something about being so bored out of his mind that he felt like jamming one of those 500 ticket plush dolls down someone's throat.
Oh, such a shame.
poor dear. He just wasn't cut out for this line of work. Grandson or no, I've no patience for such nonsense. Okay. Hell yeah. Always down for crimes in this chat. Regrets. Regrets. I'm sorry, the last person to work this desk was your grandson? Yeah, anyway, Gavin should be by soon. He'll handle paperwork and all that administrative nonsense. Now, if you don't mind, all this talking has tired me out some. I'll be in the back office if you need me. Can I come into your back office, please? 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 Oh god, they've already got the dead-eyed retail stare on. Also, these big-ass plushes are fucking cute. Like, I do want one. Okay then. I adjusted my seating on the semi-comfortable stool, leaning against the desk. Beneath me, a wide array of cheap junk awaited my attention. I could have lost hope then and there that this job would have been slightly more engaging than being a diner dishwasher, but chose to look on the positive side. I do! This is great. Like, we got the purple, we got the yellow. It's like I was born to work here. I'll be helping kids obtain toys that would become nostalgic memories for years to come. Right? Any minute. I crave the sweet embrace of death. I've been sitting here for 2 hours now, and nobody's walked up to obtain the novelty Funplex shot glass, or colored pencil set, or a light-up yo-yo. Jelly Bean Gang, Jelly Bean Gang, yeah, Jelly Bean Gang. Lunchtime's approaching, and so far the only people walking in and out of the arcade are a few stray adults who have no interest in cheap friendship bracelets. Thankfully, my first customer of the day arrives before I start wondering if one of those 500 ticket plushies could really fit down someone's throat. Or maybe not. Just walking right on by me, his head buried in reading some sort of spreadsheet off his tablet. Is that Gavin? Was he here to play? Doesn't seem like the typical businessman on a break, or unwashed and unemployed game aficionado. In fact... Wow, he seems pretty stuck up. Nah, I'm gonna say snappy dresser. Seems like a cool dude, because he did seem pretty snappy. Most guys I know are content to toss on a t-shirt and jeans. Not this guy. Even in an arcade, he's sharp like a linoleum knife. In fact, that rather pointed look he's offering me after doubling back is rather linoleum knifey too. Hold on a minute. Who are you exactly? What are you doing behind that desk? Where's Francine? Ah! Oh no. It's terrible, but I'm gonna say I am Francine. I am Francine. I had some work done. I am Francine, dear. The wonders of plastic surgery.
I think not.
Out. Now. Kidding. I'm Bo. She hired me to work this desk. I'm her grandson's replacement. Totally worth it. He doesn't look pleased with me jerking him around like that, but nods in satisfaction anyway.
Good to hear.
It's about time. I was wondering how long she'd have to work that desk. She's got gusto for an octogenarian and loves working the floor, but sitting here all day, handing out toys and dealing with problems wears her down. So, she explained the job to you? Gave you the papers to sign? She had said Gavin would handle that stuff. With a sigh, he rubs his forehead, feeling a headache coming on.
That would be me. I'm Gavin Cooper. I'm the business manager here at the Funplex. I make sure we manage to keep having a business, rather than a pile of rapidly collapsing fiscal mistakes.
It's fair. Right, so, as you've no doubt guessed, you'll be exchanging tickets for prizes. But that's the least part of your job. There's more to it than that. You're the floor attendant. You attend to the floor. The carpets?
Seriously?
The floor. The arcade, the games, the patrons. You're the one running around putting out fires and sorting out problems. Technically, you're our second floor attendant. Ashley will be in later. But we need two. One to roam, one to operate the desk. I do it myself, but I'm typically busy in the back office, making sure the whole thing doesn't fall to bankruptcy. That's why Francine left filling in. She's a people person. She loves helping out in a pinch. I am not a people person, as you've likely gathered. As I'll see you're alone out here, I'm in your corner at least. If things go south, you tap me for advice on what to do. Got a phone? Of course. Gavin quickly passes me his business card. He apparently has a stack of them at the ready in his pocket. Go figure. His phone number is listed at the bottom. Okay, so he actually does know business is what he's doing. That's fair. Very snappy though. You ever worked a high-pressure customer service job before? Shoe sales. Smelly socks? You have no idea. Right, well, you know how to keep your head around. You know how to keep your head when a customer doesn't, I hope. But anything goes sideways, you text me. I'm not around, you text Ashley or Naomi. In that order. Who's Naomi? Who and who? You'll meet them soon enough.
I think not.
Above all, do not bug Francine. She's practically retired. Let her enjoy that retirement in peace. Am I allowed to hit on her though? Because I would. I do love her vibe and I love her energy. Understood? No. This isn't my first pony ride, you can rely on me. It's not my first explosive ordnance test. I've worked retail and food service, and I've worked as a lifeguard at a pool. How to trust in difficult situations, even life or death ones, is something I've got experience in. You can rely on me. Gavin nods approvingly. Hell yeah.
Indeed.
Good. I like to hear that. If you can handle yourself and exercise good judgment, you'll last a hell of a lot longer than the last guy who sat there.
If you stay clear and honest with me, do your work, do it well, we'll get along swimming.
Good to know.
I have enough problems keeping this magical arc of hopes and wishes afloat. Please, don't add to my problems.
Magical arc of what now? Gavin sighs again. A stress release gesture. No shit. But his expression softens somewhat afterwards.
I take it Francine told you her theory. That this is more than just a job. More than just an arcade.
That's my understanding.
I'm not into dressing up words. I like to speak plain. If I'm curt, then that's because optimization is a factor of my job. Everybody working here wants to work here. This is where they belong, for one reason or another. Me, I love chaos. I love wrangling chaos specifically.
I wouldn't mind if he wrangled my chaos. Let's see what happens.
The arcade industry is high risk, high reward. I manage that risk so that they can also find happiness in their lives. Everybody in this business has a dream they're chasing. It's a fragile thing, prone to getting crushed by hard reality. My job is to see to it that never happens. That includes Francine, who deserves better in her twilight years than desperately propping up a semi-failing business. So, you find some value in this place beyond your salary, and you'll burn out. Trust me. Last guy to sit there burned out hard. Now,
It's a hell of a
can
pitch.
I trust you to mesh with our merry misfits?
I'm still trying to figure out my why. To be honest, I'm still sorting out why I'm here. What my dream is. But I'm not here to step in anyone else's dreams in the process. I'm here to do my best at supporting everyone. Good to hear. I'd say we share similar views then. It'll be a pleasure to work with someone who's actually enthusiastic and competent. Hopefully, this hive of weirdness will help you find your dreams along the way. Anyway, I need to go prepare your paperwork. Technically, you shouldn't be working until we've crossed the I's and dotted the T's, but since I'm already sitting here, you'd rather I stick around? That would be accurate. If you're willing to fudge things a bit and work today anyway, it'd help us out a lot. He do got them JoJo titties though. Them jitties! you don't mind. Naomi likely could use a hand in the workshop. A good opportunity to introduce yourself as well. Got it. Someone else is here? I haven't seen anyone else. Same. I haven't even seen JoJo and I'm invested. Yeah, that sounds like Naomi. Her workshop's through that door there. The one next to the UFO catcher. The crane game, to use layman's terms. Satisfied for now, Gavin heads in the back, presumably to the office to go crunch some numbers. The writing pretty good. And Francine's really taking a nap back there, and hopefully he's gonna crunch quietly. My first coworker ended up being slightly less cool of a guy than I thought he'd be. But he's not a jerk, definitely. I get where he's coming from. Plus, I've known really blunt people before. It's easy to mistake them for jerks, especially at first glance. I figure I can give this guy an honest chance. Anyway, I should go meet my next coworker, this Naomi that he mentioned. Although I could swear Francine and I were the only ones here until now. Double door, also marked employees only, also with an apostrophe, leads from the arcade floor to what feels like an industrial area of some sort. I turn the handle and step inside. Oh, look at that old school. Wow, this is very old tech. Which I guess makes sense because arcades, but you could probably like digitize. I don't know, never mind. We're not going on the Raspberry. Look, I'm not going down that rabbit hole again. We gotta focus on the game. In a little room tucked away between the back offices and the Funplex front, I find what is very likely this Naomi, spoken of only in myth and legends. Somebody is probably running Linux. A girl about my age, but certainly not my height, is tinkering away on what looks like an old tube-style monitor. Huh, I didn't realize they had so many circuits. She doesn't notice me when I come in, too busy soldering a capacitor into place. The lingering smell of melting metals fills the air of the poorly ventilated workshop. Excuse me? For lack of a better way to interrupt her. Fuck. I right-clicked it, apparently that just shows the background. I was worried no matter what I did, she might, I don't know, burn her fingers or jump so high she hit the ceiling or something. Fortunately, the shock's not quite that intense. Hello. It's like a little joystick. Is that a joystick? JOYSTIQ? Because that also looks like the game trailer's logo.
Hey, you know this room is for employees only.
She does look pretty cool. She said with no apostrophe.
Are you lost? Do you need something?
I'm Bonanas. I'm the new floor attendant, starting today.
Oh, hi. I didn't realize Francine already found someone.
Okay. Y'all, the voices are so quiet. The voices are very, very quiet, and I need to.
I guess I forgot to check my text. Whoops.
She spares a glance at her phone on the nearby workbench, where a huge stack of green notification messages lie in wait. One thought comes to mind on actually seeing her. No! No wonder I didn't notice her until now. She was totally focused on the task at hand. This room's right at the heart of the building, but totally isolated. With the heavy doors closed behind me, I could barely hear the arcade. Considering how completely and utterly dedicated she was to that monitor, not even noticing me, I guess that's also why. But what I first noticed is her smile. Even when squinting to see the tiny components of that circuit board, even when laser focused, she was smiling happily.
Anyway, I'm Naomi Fairchild, the Funplex's techie. Hi! Pleased to meet you. I was expecting Gavin, though. He usually checks up on me about now.
Her voice is familiar, but I don't know where from. He's busy doing strange things with numbers.
Ugh, yeah, that sounds like Gavin. I take it he sent you along to help? Great. Give me a hand with this monitor. It's really heavy, and I'm still paranoid about dropping it after what happened last time.
Who is she? I recognize that voice. No worries. Thank you so much for dropping by, Dan, and hope to see you next time. But in the meantime, hope you have a fantastic freaking evening. Later.
Oh, well, I dropped it.
Oh, right. She helps me lift a large cathode ray tube, slotting the heavy metal framework into place within the exposed guts of the nearby arcade cabinet. Once done, she starts hooking wires back up to other wires. There's a surprising number of green circuit boards in that largely hollow wooden shell. This is the first time I've seen inside one of those things. It's weird. Lots of empty space, a couple large slabs of circuits, and that beefy monitor. Motherfucker, no. I'm gonna guess the reason it's so empty in there is for air circulation, because that's just gonna heat up. Why it's so empty in there? Seems inefficient. Could you pack more games into the arcade if it was more compact? Not really. It's more about the footprint on the floor than the vertical height. Naomi keeps working, using a pocket multimeter to check various connections as she speaks.
Let me explain.
I mean, compare American and Japanese cabinets. Ours are designed for standing players. They have to be upright, even if that means an empty base. Japanese candy cabs are shorter, so you play sitting down. But I prefer American style. Ours have more room for art. She closes up the rear access panel, closing with one of the many keys on the keyring at her side, then steps back to admire her handiwork. There's genuine joy in that smile. Not just at a job well done, but at looking at the whole thing, like it's a fine sculpture.
So beautiful.
Also, did we just leave the prize desk unguarded? Cause like someone's gonna steal shit. Ooh, I love the classic Midway trademark style. Look at those sharp angles, the side art decals, the bold font of the marquee, that bezel artwork. None of those words were pronounced correctly, I'm sorry. The what artwork? With a side, Naomi points out key features to me. The strip across the top with the game title. That's the marquee. The artwork that wraps around the monitor, that's the bezel. I mean, you see it too, right? How beautiful and cohesive it all is, working in harmony to give this game its own unique feel, its own experience. Honestly, yeah. It's real cool when people get excited talking about stuff they love. That voice is vaguely familiar. I don't know Awakening, I'm sorry. Is that Fire Emblem Awakening? Because I haven't played it. As for me, well... I agree, it's beautiful in its own way. The way she stares lovingly at this... Well, honestly, this box of wooden circuits and vacuum tubes and stuff. I think I understand. It was made to be one whole thing. The art, the style, and of course the game itself. All of it part of the same experience. Everything about this game is the game. If you run it on an emulator or on a game console instead, it's made lesser. Yeah, I haven't played it. I should though at some point. Yeah, guess I can see it. It's beautiful in its own way. Oh, good. Naomi lights up with joy like a pinball machine, all twinkly and shiny.
Woohoo!
Oh, damn. Good for her. Good for her. Finally, so few people really understand the beauty of a classic arcade game. Having someone I can talk to about this stuff is gonna be great. Switch with that jerk Gavin running the numbers. Gavin? What's wrong with Gavin? Okay.
I don't know.
A little bit. Tiny food! Tiny snacks! Hordak? We love Entrapta in this house. Okay, well, don't get me wrong, I can get along with him generally. This whole attitude just...
Ugh.
All he really cares about is money. Keeps the arcade running, yeah, but I just know if he had his way, he'd gut the whole place. If anybody's ruined the funplex, it's him. Mark my words, it's inevitable. Entrap the rules. That doesn't sound right. He seemed easy enough to get along with, and what's more, Gavin gave me that whole speech about protecting their dreams. This looks like a pretty sore point here. A long-standing argument that the new person really shouldn't get involved with. And yet, I'm involved, aren't I? I have to work with both Naomi and Gavin. Yeah, that is the correct way to watch it. Because some of us had to wait for like individual seasons to come out, and it was rough. So I'm not sure I should pry at it, but I kind of want to know too. Let me keep talking. Ugh, I just get so mad thinking about what evil money-minded schemes he's probably cooking up.
No.
No, not gonna get worked up. Besides, it's not right of me to dump all this workplace gossip right on the head of Newbie. The weight, yeah, Prince, same. Very big same. But it's so good. It's so good. You seem like a good person. And you love arcade games like I do. Alright, let's get back to work, shall we? Now for the less fun part. You seem a strong, strapping kind of person. Well, a strong person at least. Well, if you're a person, that's enough. I haven't seen any of Hilda yet. Is it good? I'm semi-insulted then? Okay, let's get to it. Yeah, big mood. We are all people. Really? I will have to check it out at some point. A little to the left now. My left! You're right. Careful. Forward, right, correct. I may not turn to the right. Keep it coming, and... There. Carefully. Tip it into place. Victory! Ah, I keep meaning to watch Kipo. Cute got the librarian? Okay, I have to watch it now. Just immediately have to watch it. I gently ease the rolling dolly forward, the giant wooden box slotting into place alongside its neighbors. The two-wheel dolly makes it easier, but hardly easy. Especially with Naomi fretting over her baby getting scratched or worse, falling over. But with the work done, she's all smiles again.
Yeah.
Okay. Glad to be done with that one. I swear, I've been working on that monitor for ages. These tubes are finicky as heck, and I'm still not totally satisfied with the flyback, but thanks for helping me out, Bo. I think you're gonna do just great here. Alright, stomach growling. Food required. Except, I wasn't expecting to actually working together. I forgot to pack a lunch.
When you have pizza on a bagel,
Now, I'm just talking here, but if you had pizza on a bagel... Shh. Hey, so any good restaurants in walking distance? I think that bookstore next door sells donuts and stuff, but... no, not really, unfortunately. It is taking all my willpower not to order a bunch of frozen pizza bagels on my phone right now. Oh, nice. I may have to make it a pizza bagel show. Hell yeah. I went to Shiba Wub Sub sandwich place. It is Wub. Yes. But even if that stuff is super tasty, you don't want to go there. You need to eat healthy. If anyone wants some pizza bagels, email me and I'll send you some. Do not do this. You know how I get when I'm around assorted cheeses. Help me! The only way to help you is to eat all the cheeses before you. Yeah, I know. Let's make this a fucking cheese. Let's make this a fucking competition. Okay, but you gotta stay in control. Fuck you, I'm always in control! Hell yeah, Ray, I get you. I know, I'm picking up what you're putting down. I trust Ray, but also that is a reference to an old animated, an old YouTube series. I was literally watching the big crossover that was on that channel earlier today because I needed the serotonin. It's good nostalgia. Hey, I know. Wait, right here. And she's off, scurrying back to her hidey hole. And she's back, scurrying from her hidey hole. Lunchtime. Here you go. She presses a box lunch into my hands. Box suit. Is it bento? It's a bento. Oh my god, it is. It's a bento box. I learned how to make them from my mom, who learned from her mom back when they lived in Japan. Rice and pickles and all sorts of good, healthy things. Wait, you're giving me your lunch? I've heard good things about Infinity Train too. Ha! Oh no. Hilda's Anti-Cop? 12 out of 10. I gotta watch it. Gotta watch it. Sure, why not? And yet, when I first walked in as a stranger, she looked super uncomfortable with me. It escalated quickly. And what'll you have for lunch then? I can just get some nachos from the vending machine or hit the whole story next door. I've got a book delivered to pick up anyway. But you said eating healthy was important.
See ya.
See you after lunch. I can't help but think she was just looking for an excuse to go get some junk food instead. I'd say Naomi definitely fits in with Francine's ideals for this arcade. She's got a love for these games and it shows. And give me her lunch? Me. Total stranger. That's a kindness I don't know if I deserve, but I appreciate it all the same. So, a bento box. I've only seen these in anime. It's cute. It hopefully has plenty of calories too. You strike me as a person who hasn't eaten a vegetable in many months. Armed with a box of health food, I retired to the employee lounge to get my munch on. The room where I had my bizarre job interview will suffice for food times. There's not much, a few folding chairs and a kitchenette, but it'll do. Utterly famished by this point, I have a seat and unpack my loaned lunch. No worries, Ray. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm probably going to stop in about a half hour here. But yeah, glad you could stop by. God damn it. Fuck. How much would it be to deliver... How much would it be to get pizza bagels delivered? Y'all have done this to me. I hope you know. You did this to me. Fuck. Wait. Get the music back. Jesus! Hey, game, what the fuck? Incoherent screaming. Coherent screaming. Await death. I hate all of this. I'm going to say coherent screaming because I did say actual words just now. Jesus Christ. I opened my mouth as wide as I could and let the fear fall from my lips. My mind devoid of any emotion but horror. Horrific vision. Whoa, it's fine. Everything is gonna be fine. I'm a real human being. I promise it's just a costume.
Hey, so I'm sorry if I traumatized you. Really?
Can't do that when I'm thinking about pizza bagels and looking up how much pizza bagels are. God, I got fuck. How much would a pizza bagel be? Well, it is only $5 for a small pack of them, but the place that I would get them from is totally sold out. So I guess I won't be having pizza bagels tonight.
Can we start over, maybe?
I nod my head slowly, although that could just be muscle spasms from being in shock.
I'm Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. And I am Bow.
I'm also Pinky, the Funplex Flamingo. It's my secret, yet not so secret identity.
With the Funplex what now? This is almost too much to take in. Gavin was a bit of a lot. Liam was off the scale cheerful. I've had some really intense people so far.
Did you sneak into the employee section just to get my autograph?
Is she flirty? Because I'm feeling it. Me? No.
Oh, I thought you would recognize Pinky from all the signs around the arcade. Pinky is the mascot of the Funplex after all.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant at all. I mean, I work here.
You work here? Since when?
Today? This morning, to be specific. A bit, yeah, a bit. A bit of an arcadadora.
Oh, awesome! Welcome to the Funplex.
I mean, it would have been way cooler if you were just so enamored with the cheap flamingo creature plastered on every wall that you just had to know more.
Let's see.
You could have stealthily maneuvered your way through all the games, sliding right up onto the employees only door. But how did you get the door code?
Ooh.
Of course. You would have collected the password on a piece of paper that fell from Gavin's pocket. You searched your heart and decided that 4-digit number had to be the intel you needed.
Let's see.
Next, you decided to lie in wait for the opportune moment to punch in that secret key code, just to find me. It just keeps going and going. Is this what it's like when I start talking to other people? Because I feel like this might be me. I'm gonna say passionate about this fictional scenario. When she just takes an idea and runs with it, a lot of people might find that weird, but kinda dig it. Shows a lot of imagination. I wonder if she's a writer or something. And how would you have snuck out, I wonder? I could have helped, but for a price. Pegging. Ashley finally realizes she's been babbling to herself for a good couple minutes. Oops. Sometimes I get swept up in a good story. I mean, I gotta find a way to make this job more interesting. Is it really that dull here? No, not really. I just crave a different kind of excitement than beeps and boops, screaming children and broken machines. You aren't really painting the best picture here. Jeez, I don't mean to be a downer. I just want to move up in the world. I've got things to accomplish, dreams to fulfill, cosplay to make. I love her. Cosplay? As we switch topics, it's like she's a completely different person. Ashley's eyes light up when she smiles. Her eyes have been lit up this entire time. Yeah, like dressing up as your favorite video game TV character. I love it. It's so empowering to be able to make your own costume and wear it proudly. It's even better when people recognize what character you are. Empowering. Really? Granted, she certainly had the power to stop my heart for a few beats. Sadly, not for fun reasons.
Yes!
Definitely! You want to try? Got a favorite game character? I can help you make your first cosplay if you want. In fact, I made this one. I think Ashley is pointing to her flamingo costume, but it's a little hard to tell with her hands as feathers. So, Pinky is your creation? Intentionally? Yep. It looks pretty good for my first mascot cosplay, doesn't it? So does that make her a feathery? Good for her. I don't know heads or tails, but I can appreciate it. If you're going for terrifying, then yes. I'd probably stitch my hands together if I tried that. I'm all thumbs when it comes to stuff like that. Literally, if I get enough thread running between them. I'm pretty impressed though. Naomi was going on about craftsmanship of games. Clearly you're digging on craftsmanship of costumes. Aw, thanks. It's nice when hard work is appreciated. I wear it around the Funplex to liven up the crowds, get people pumped to play some games, and the kids seem to enjoy it. It makes sense. Although the arcade has been completely dead so far. No crowds to pump or kids to be adored by. Hey, secret between you and me? Ashley bows it for me to come closer. She leans in, glances around the room once, then talks in a hushed tone. I did some repairs on Pinky overnight. I had to restitch the left arm, and I was giving her an old test drive to make sure it doesn't fall off. Huh. Limbs falling off seems bad. Oh, it was. Yesterday I was dancing with a little girl, must have been like 5-6 years max. And then we were next to Showtime stage when she tugged on my arm, and whoosh, off came the arm. The girl instantly started bawling. Well, at least you are consistently scaring people and it's not just me.
Nope.
Hey now. I don't want that to happen again. I felt so bad. But enough about me. What about you? So you're Carl's replacement? I guess so. I'm the new floor attendant. I attend to the floor. The floor is a thing I am attending to when I'm not going into cardiac arrests. At least you're funnier than Carl, that's for sure. Can't wait to go home and tell Juniper I do have a sense of humor. She'll be so proud. I assume you've already met Francine, but have you had a chance to meet Gavin and Naomi yet? Yeah, I met them already. Although it seems like they aren't too keen on each other. Right? Ashley rolls her eyes and lets out a sigh. I wish they would hurry up and make out already. Yeah, wait. What? Seriously? So, are they going out? Ha! No. They always bicker like an old married couple. It's classic anime cliche. The ones who fight always end up together. Mark my words, Bo. I very rarely say this, but I think she might need to watch something that isn't anime. Consider them marked.
Beep beep.
Beep beep. Beep beep boop. What's that sound? I set an alarm when my lunch break was over. Time to go back to the grindstone. I didn't even get a chance to eat.
What? No.
That's no good. Bo needs their calories. You eat up, I'll go watch the floor. In fact, how about I take over the ticket desk for the next shift? You can do my job and wander the floor a bit. Fair enough. Thanks. Ashley winks before her face disappears to the dark recesses of that inhuman mask. As I'm wolfing down rice in the shape of a little heart, oh, it occurs to me that I didn't actually ponder my first impressions of Ashley yet. Let's see. Ashley's got a lot going on ahead of hers. I just don't understand it all. She's pretty amazing. I like her enthusiasm about her art. Yeah. The way Ashley's whole expression changed when she talks about things she's passionate about just warms my heart. Her beaming energy just lights up the whole room. I wonder if one day I'll be that excited about something. Anyway, with lunch in my belly and break time complete, the second half of my workday began. Rolling into the afternoon, the crowd starts to fill out. School's done, and the late rising pros are heading out to their arcades of choice. With Ashley covering the desk, my job is to wander the floor looking for problems, or potential problems, or just making sure everything's a-okay. But for starters, it's a good moment to collect my thoughts. I think I'm off to a decent start with my coworkers. Good first impressions at any rate. Cooperation's gonna be a must. I've had awful coworkers before, and they can really drag down your day. Hang on, no time for daydreaming. I think I spot, let's see, 3 possible issues to look into. I should have time to get to all of them, but which do I tackle first? An irate customer near Moopu's Magic Maze. Someone cursing up a storm at Fist of Discomfort. A loud crowd on Showtime stage. Let's start with the angry person. My mutant floor attendant senses detected danger from the left-hand side of the arcade.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh fuck, did I pick the wrong thing? Oh no. Oh no, Prince, do you know something I don't? Did I fuck up? Ah, beans. Well, let's go for it. I quickly rush all of 30 feet to the scene of the crime, already in progress. Come on! Hurry the fuck up and finish your game! You, do you work here? I saw you behind the desk earlier. Oh, no, cool. Good to know, Prince. Give me a heart attack over here. Note to self, ask Gavin for a name tag or something. Yes, I'm Bo, flow attendant. Well, stop attending to the carpets and attend to me. I want this shit to wrap up this damn game so I can play. Ashley's face is obscured beneath her costume's mask, but I can feel her wince as the man curses up a blue streak. Sir, there are children present. Please keep the swearing to a minimum. You kick this fat piece of shit off this game, and I'll sing Mary Had a Little Lamb all you want. Figuring out to hear the fat piece of shit side of the story before writing to judgment, I tap the player on the shoulder. And he doesn't even notice my tapping. So I tap again, twice. Sir, there's other players waiting to give Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze a spin. Curiously, the player looks up the game's marquee, "Thank you, Naomi," which simply reads, Moopy. You know the game's full name? Sure, I played it a lot when I was a kid. It's actually called Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, right? Wizards and pellets and monsters and stuff? Yeah. A bit terse, as he's laser focused on the game, and I can see why. He's currently sitting on 714,900 points. Holy crap, that's a heck of a high score. Oh, that's reflected up at the top, that's cool. Or, as his other guy would probably put it, holy shit, that's a fuck of a high score. Excuse me? Right, sir, can you please wrap up your game? Nope. I'm keeping at a good pace here. Plenty of livestock, on par for getting close to the world record before the kill screen. Somehow, the thick arcade jargon sounds classier with dropped this British accent. Like I'm watching some documentary program on the BBC. Ah, they use the British spelling, that's neat. Fuck, he's British. Yeah, but this is a public arcade. Other folks want to play the games too. He finishes clearing the current board while pondering the predicament. Okay. At first I think he's stepping away to end his game, but he's letting his stock of 50 extra dudes slowly deplete as he pulls out his wallet. Without pause, he pulls out $3,000 in cash and holds it out. Will this cover it? For a moment, I flash back to that movie where some dude pays another dude to sleep with his wife and they roll around in a bed covered in money and, is that Basic Instinct? I haven't seen it, but, cover what exactly? The cost of the game. The game itself. I've never seen this much raw cash in one place at any given time. It's not even in 20s, dudes rolling in Benjamins. There's a decent chance those are fake then. One moment please. On it. Fortunately, Iris already has my messenger app open for me, with Gavin's contact info preloaded. With trembling fingers I key in. Customer wants to buy a movie for $3K. What do? Less than a minute I have my response. Considering we paid $200 for it plus parts, yes, absolutely yes. Sell that relic immediately. Well, alright then. Although, how's Naomi gonna react to this? Offloading one of her darlings just because Gavin wants to make a 15-fold profit? It also feels kind of weird to be taking advantage of this guy's lack of a grasp on the real cost of old arcade machines. I knew all this workplace job was gonna catch up to me at some point, but with this rando breathing down my neck, I gotta make a decision. So it's gonna be one of these two. I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna say it's one of these two. I don't want to take the bribe though, because it's not just, oh, let me play game. It's, oh, hey, let me take this thing away from other people. This... I am going to have to disagree with Gavin on this one. He does have a good sense for business, but wealthy dude take from everyone. This is true. I wish there was an option for, like, pocketing the cash and saying that, no, this is still ours, get the fuck out of here. Like, we appreciate your donation, but no. Like, yeah, I genuinely don't think that we should sell this game, because it's not just about, oh, we get $1,700 out of this. sorry, $1,800 out of this. No, sorry, $2,800 out of this. Jesus Christ, what am I saying? Because it isn't just about that. You're also depriving other people of the ability to play that game until and unless we're able to get a replacement for it. Especially because Naomi put a lot of work and a lot of love into that game. It's not just, oh, the cost of the cabinet itself. It's also operational cost, the cost that it takes to keep using it, yada yada yada. So yeah, technically that is enough to buy the game. But he's not just buying a game, he's also just taking stuff from other people. You really can't put a price on love. And you also can't put a price on experience. Like, yeah, like, he could buy his own cabinet for $200. But he's going to be taking away a piece of this establishment. It's one thing if it's a private seller or something else. It is another entirely to fucking take a fixture away from an establishment. I'm gonna say we're not selling the game. I'm not sure if we'd sell the game. I'm also not gonna tell him how much it was because fuck him. Ah man, I don't know about this. My savvy boss is cool with it, but there's a lot of factors in play. I don't think I should just let you walk with the thing. I feel a bit wishy-washy about the whole mess, not wanting to get on Naomi or Gavin's bad sides. But the player simply smiles. Well, we can't have a mess, can we? Would it be sporting? Let's compromise. I'll buy the game, so I can play it whenever I want, for as long as I want, provided nobody's already playing, of course. I think that's solid. I think this could be a good vibe. And in return, you can keep Mr. Moopy here, where he belongs. We wouldn't want Naomi to cry, would we? Would it be proper? With his mind made up, the man presses $3 grand in my waiting hand, satisfied with negotiations. Which leaves the rando hopping mad. To be fair, we had been kinda ignoring that he exists. Also, like... So this guy is pissed off because this guy's playing the game and he's nowhere near done. Because he's like going for the kill streak, go for the world record, yada yada yada. He's been playing for a while, he's gonna keep playing. And so it's like, cool, here's $3,000, just buy the cabinet. And I was like, no, we're not gonna do that. I'm not just gonna let you walk away from here with the cabinet because you're taking something away from the establishment. And so he's like, cool, how about this? I'll give you $3K and then I can just come here and play the game whenever I want if no one else is already playing it. To which I'm like, okay, that seems like a reasonable compromise. Plus, that means we still keep the cabinet. But this guy's still gonna be pissed. He's like, what the fuck, man? I wanted to play Moopies. What the fuck, man? What kind of an arcade is this anyway? Fuck this, I'm going to Deku's Palace. Oh, is that a reference to Deku's Palace? Like the Deku Scrub? And we just lost a customer. Stomping his way out the door. Stomp, stomp, stomp. So yeah, we have a cabinet and 3K, which I think is the best of both worlds, TBH. Fuck yeah, basic sometimes works. On the plus side, Naomi won't cry. On the negative side, I just drove a router out into the cold. Rule 1 of owning a business, or having a business. Some customers you don't want, and that guy's gotta be a piece of shit no matter what.
What a disagreeable fellow.
He's a bit cockney. As for the player, well, he goes right back to playing, eating pellets, zapping ghost monsters, clearing messes. With the crisis behind us, I can actually focus on who this gonzo rich guy actually is. Seems to care about more than just his game. Fuck, who are the two people? It's gonna be some like King of Kong shit. I know there's Steve Weeby and then the other guy, but I don't remember. Take from someone wallowing around in the lower tax brackets. The rich can do whatever they want, whenever they want. And yet, that's not what this guy did. He could have, but he let us keep the game. He just wanted to play, that's all. Why? Because of Naomi? Because of the Funplex? It's a home and a family, for the games and for us. Maybe it's for the best I sent that rando out the door in favor of this guy. So, do you know Naomi? He's happy to talk even when he's playing.
Of course. I'm a Funplex regular. My name's Percy. I'd hazard you're our new floor attendant? I was here when Francine seated you behind the desk earlier.
Seems like a cool dude. That's me, Bonanas, Arcade Wrangler.
Well then, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, and I look forward to getting to know you better.
So you've seriously just been playing a movie all day, huh?
What can I say? It's my calling. I actually owned a movie cabinet once. Had it in my flat. But playing it by myself, all alone in the dark, it's not the same. I need the atmosphere.
Say fucking see the beeps and boops.
No, those you eventually learn to filter out.
Ah.
I mean, everything. The games, the lights, the kids, the feeling of being in an arcade. I score my best when I'm in real world conditions. It's all about the emotions, the laughter and the tears, the excitement of competition. I need that swirling chaos of human emotions around me to play at my finest. Mm-hmm.
Naomi gets that. She keeps me in top condition for the day I eventually land my high score. Good thing we didn't fucking do shit. Hell yeah. What's the current world record then? About 3.5 million. This guy's been standing here since I was working the morning shift. Hours and hours. And he's still only about 720k into his game. Can't imagine being in anything but top health condition to try it. Guy's gotta have legs made out of carbon fiber and a bladder of tungsten. I just had a few extra lives drain out whenever I need to go pee. Also, he may be psychic. I feel like I should let him get back to his game, but burning questions, they burn like fire. How is it he can afford this game? So, gonna get your moopy dipped in gold? No. Your score is more important than your bank balance. Let's not talk about his job. This seems a little gauche. This is just shitty. Let's do that. So I take it your high score is more important to you than your bank balance. The way you just decided to buy a Moopy, I mean.
Right.
Of course. The score is more important than anything. Except eating and paying rent. More important than anything. A few hours of day trading after I go home keeps the bank balance in balance. Anyone could do it if they had the head for numbers. He points the current score at the top of Moopy's screen. If I'm going to define myself by a number, this is the one I'll choose. I don't feel people are defined by their work. I know the arcade is home to those who've made that passion their work. It's the passion that matters more. I have my passions the same as anyone. I look forward to learning yours as well. Not deep in the middle of a game, I mean. He's getting more and more distracted by the game. I should leave him be. I have to do a thing about a thing. But you see in McSnan is yet another weird encounter in his string of weird encounters. At the end he said it more like the high school junkies you hear about in documentaries. Obsessed, driven, kinda strange. But that's not the impression I got of him from the beginning. He smiled when talking about not splitting up the arcade. There's something more going on here, but, well, he's a Funplex regular. There'll be plenty of time to learn more later. I got work to do. Let's see, what to handle next? Swears, and then we'll do the Showtime stage. There's a lot of shouting coming from the center of the arcade, where Fist of Discomfort is being played. Remember Ira was telling me all about it earlier today, while I was bored to death at the ticket desk. Fist of Discomfort, or FOD, is one of the most popular games in the esports circuit. It's been a staple of the scene for over 6 years. One year, Team Wicked Prodigies took on the Unreal and came back to win in the dying seconds of a tiebreaker match to take home a record $5 million prize pot. That's a lot of moolah. And how? Okay, so how does it work? It's a hybrid of real-time strategy and button mash brawling. Fight your way down the top and bottom lanes, clearing waves of ninjas to finally topple the enemy dojo. Oh hey, it's League of Legends. But that's the action part. Or Dota, whatever the fuck. But that's the action part. The strategy part involves using special abilities, purchase items, and ninja summons. FOD is sheer excellence. Simplicity of the way that I don't care about alternate universe Dota. So summon good ninjas, punch bad guys, smash dojo. I'd say boiling down a rich game of action strategy played the world over by top gamers in such a way is a bit degrading, but sure, okay. All of which is super interesting and stuff, but right now all I care about is dealing with a loudmouth currently playing the game. Oh yeah, because League players are fucking terrible. Of course I get the louder the yelling gets. Most of those are words that's...
What the f?
What in the actual fuck was that? No, those are definitely all words my mother would disapprove of. You've got to be shitting me. There's no fucking way that is even possible. Those hitboxes don't even fucking connect. Fuck this game. Fuck it all night long. Ah, off-brand Nintendo. That's neat. Haha, get wrecked. Rando Calrissian. I can't believe it.
You are watching a master at work.
Prince, you know it. Oh, this is far from over, scrub. I saved up something a little extra special for you. I'm baiting you into attacking my sensei, which you fell for. Hard. Oh, hey. Did I forget to mention I brought an extra ultimate technique scroll for my dojo? Whoops, my B. Hey, what? You haven't been farming. How could XP share technique with creep waves? Take this. 5-fold fucking explosive Deathclaw technique. What? How did you defeat me? No!
Oh, GG.
I hate this.
No one can defeat me, Queen Bee.
I hate League, I hate MOBAs, and I hate League players. This is not a good combo. My dry eyes painfully blinking makes me realize I've been standing here watching intently during that whole exchange. I'm not 100% sure what just happened, but that didn't matter. I was completely sucked in. Couldn't tear my eyes away. Can't relate. It was like watching a train wreck. I mean, if the train was the arcade game and the wreck was that guy's face.
Hey, kid. What are you staring at? Never seen a champion of my caliber before?
Seeing as I don't even know how to begin to start to even consider how to respond to her question, I have to take a moment and collect my thoughts. I've somehow gathered she goes by Queen Bee, that jacket she's wearing identifies her as a member of L7 Gaming, an arcade esports team. And she's the most direct, fierce person I've met all day. Is this going to be a commentary on how esports tends to be pretty toxic and there's a lot of just like shit that goes on with it? Because if so, it's a little weird that they made her a woman of color because they tend to be on the receiving end of a lot of it. Like it's usually like cishet white guys that cause a lot of the problems because that's saying a lot considering who I've run into so far. Also very smelly, yes. Big smell, big bad. I feel like I might enjoy hanging out with her in a non-game setting, maybe, but she also seems like an asshole. Does she have this blunt towards every new person she meets, or grumble whenever she's on the losing end of a fight? It's off-putting. What happened to good sportsmanship and being nice to your fellow human?
Hey, don't just stand there all weird and quiet-like. It's creepy.
She snaps her fingers to grab my attention.
So, are you gonna f***ing quarter up or not? Think you can best the hottest rising star of L7?
What I'm seeing, I know I couldn't best a scrub, let alone a professionally competitive player in this game. Big smell, big bade. Nope, no thank you. Plus, I'm not sure I'm allowed to play games while I'm working.
You work here?
This should be a joke answer. This is funny. Yes, Mia, what's your job? Hassling me? I'm actually pretending to work here. Shh. No. I enforce arcade law within this noble funplex. You bet. In fact, I was just hired earlier. I'm the new floor attendant. If the game meets your quarters, come to me. Ha! Wait, you're serious? Okay, then welcome aboard this runaway train.
They haven't given you a name tag yet. How am I supposed to know who you are?
I think that was actually a weird tactic to have me introduce myself to her. I'm Bo. I did technically just start working here 6 hours ago. It might take some time to issue me a name tag. Maybe they need to send a carrier pigeon to an ancient monastery where name tags are forged in a vast clay oven. Gab is just slacking big time. I'll talk to that silly boy for you. Make sure you get some proper respect. Thanks? No problem. We gamers gotta stick together. I don't like being called a gamer. I'm viscerally recoiling.
I'm Queen Bee, by the way. Aggro-style FOD lane pusher specialist for L7 Gaming.
I figured that when you put your arms over your head, cheered and shouted, "No one can defeat me, Queen Bee."
Hey, I do not sound like that. Well, maybe a little.
Anyway, I'm one of the regulars around here. It says Purr, and Tio. Yeah, it's definitely a thing. A bit. Although Carmilla has, like, evil vampire charms. But I do get some Carmilla vibe off of this. Speaking of, maybe watch Dracula if you are okay with very visceral gore and, like, horror shit. But it's fun. I'm seeing a lot of you in the future. Let's hope you last longer than the last guy. Ah, great, now she's even making my job into a competition. Ah yes, Castlevania. Thank you. I probably did. I forget everything I say immediately after I say it, which is a bad thing. It's always bad. Hope there's a betting pool too. You're like a smart kid. You've seen one of my many streams on the internet, right? Nope. I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Whoa.
Really? Have you been living under a rock for the past decade? If you consider my small yet formidable apartment a rock, then yes. Oh, you sweet child. You are so innocent and pure. Come, let me show you the path to darkness that is the internet. Will it hurt or traumatize me? Nope. Sure, I'd like to learn more. I feel like this is a funny answer. I'd be like, oh, will it hurt? Hurt me more, mommy. I'm sure I'd like to learn more. Why not? Nah, I'll say, will it hurt or traumatize me? I'm torn. On the one hand, I'm curious. On the other hand, I'm slightly worried as to what I'm going to get myself into. Exposing myself freely to the horrors of the internet seems unwise.
Come on!
Please. I promise it's not going to hurt. Did I add the flirtation to it? Because I don't know. Queen Bee grabs my arm and pulls me close to the fisted discomfort cabinet. And upon further inspection, I see the whole haphazard pile of tech she's ripped up. You can't just plug one of these cabs into the internet, so I use a number of clip-on webcams and mics and stuff. The webcam there, it broadcasts on my own personal PC back home, which then streams matches live to all my fans. The chat room appears on my phone. Costs a bit to put everything all together, and takes like half an hour to rig up and test each morning. But after doing this here for a couple years, it's easy peasy. It could be. I'm honestly tempted to replay this game with flirtation active. Sorry for Naomi grinding her teeth at my clip-on cameras during damaging the paint job, I mean. Anyway, I prefer the stream from the Funplex than from home. Why are you okay with somebody just interrupting your stream? There's so much to miss out on sitting by your lonesome with the console version of FOD. The crowds, the wicked trash talk, the community. Are you broadcasting right now? Are we live right now?
Nope, no way.
Fuck no, that was part of my warm-up matches. Got a pretty big tournament coming up, so try to get as much practice in as possible. Even if it is with a bunch of fodder. As in, you know, jump, lunch meat, scrubs, losers. I get the idea, yes. Queen Bee sees something out of the corner of my eye and glances around the arcade floor. She goes to nod to someone hanging near the Street Fighter TM cabinet. Ah, my crew is starting to trickle in. We should be starting team practice soon. Wait, what time is it? At the tone, the time will be 2:25 p.m. Eastern. Ah, this is an East Coast. Cool. Beep beep. She's adorable.
What the?
Shit, I got live in 5 minutes. Listen, kid, it's been swell. We'll chat later, right? Sure, one thing. Can you keep the swearing down at least a little? We got kids around here and I don't want you to get in trouble with Gavin. Meh, but for you, I'll keep it to a PG-13 rating. I feel like everybody is flirting with me. Now, if you'll excuse me, there are some butts out there that I need to kick.
Later.
I really need to replay this flirty though. With a wave and a twirl, she completely abandons me and returns to her fist of discomfort game. More like butts to touch. Ah, I love that that's a subroutine on the bot. That's amazing. More like bots to touch. Queen Bee fires up her broadcast rig and the shouting and milder swearing start up again. I should probably get out of here before I accidentally end up on the stream. Queen Bee may be certifiable. She's got a volatile personality, to say the least. Still, she seems to like me, so there's that. She strikes me as the sort to start out rocky with anyone, but gradually get used to working them. Good for me. Get used to working them? Oh dear. Let's see, what to handle next. Yes, should we choose a loud crowd on Showtime stage, a loud crowd on Showtime stage, or a loud crowd around Showtime stage? In the distance, I see a number of people gathering, which is surprising since the first half of my shift was complete and utter solitude. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see that people do come to the arcade, but that's quite the crowd that's assembling. Like, larger than Queen Bee's team was. They're out here too. This has to be against some fire code or safety protocol or something, right? Speaking as a citizen that enjoys living, having an escape route in case of emergency is necessary. Time to clear the way and pave my own path of safety. As I approach, I see flashing neon lights accompanied by upbeat Europop drifts. It's an auditory flashback right next to 1980 fuck. I can't help but nod my head to the beat. A pulsating mass of people have surrounded Showtime stage, cheering on the current player. The game itself takes up a whole corner of the arcade, requiring a space to actually play. Showtime stage is an ultra-modern arcade smash hit. It uses modern motion tracking sensors hidden behind the colored spotlights to check dance pose accuracy and score your sweet moves. It's pure dance fever. Can you catch the fever, Bo? I had my dance fever shots at the doctor's office earlier this season. As the dance ends, one of the players hops down from the stage and immediately starts talking to a young man leaning up against the back wall. Did you see that, Teo? I got my first AA on Stop the Beat.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I did. You're doing great. I kinda hate both of them. Remember last month you couldn't even pass that song. Totes impressive. I'm gonna keep practicing and one day, maybe even surpass you. Hey, I hope you do. Oh, the outfits are good, but this is like... I'm getting real big LMFAO vibes. And when you do, you can be the one who brings in new dances and teaches them how to play. As the next song starts, my eyes shift from their conversation to observe the gyrations and intricate limb movements coming from the Showtime stage. I feel my head bobbing and my foot tapping. Hey, it's a really catchy song. Can you blame me? I'm getting really into it when I feel a hand on my shoulder.
Care to dance?
How about you? Want to take the spotlight? I'm working, but like, ooh. Sure, I can learn as I go. Let's dance. Back when I was stomping around on dance mat games as a kid, they had arrows. Not sure if you know how to play this one, but it has caught my curiosity. From the previous observed conversation, this guy seems to know the ins and outs of this weird dancing game, and is keen to teach. Before I commit to getting down with my bad self, I think I should know a little more about exactly what this entails. Plus, I was playing these games solo, less chance of stopping on someone else's foot that way. 'Tis a valid point. However, how could I resist to ask a person such as yourself? Is everybody thirsty for us? You caught my eye the moment you walked over.
Hey, wait. You're new here, right?
Yes. Very.
Name's Mateo, but everyone here just calls me Teo.
Teo's the best! Dancing Rando, Boogie Woogie Rando. Greatest guy here! He's sort of like our leader? Yeah? Wallflower Rando.
Oh, please, I'm nothing really.
He looks directly into my eyes.
Nothing as special as you.
Bo's hot, but I do get a sense that I get a slight fuckboy vibe from him. Teo is very flirty, but I do get a bit of a fuckboy vibe. He wants to touch, he wants to go to the bone zone. He wants to touch my moopy. He wants to go to moopy.
I just like to show newbies the ropes and teach them how to play. Our community is small, but we're all super close.
Is this a polycule?
I think you'd be a perfect addition to our gang.
Is this a polycule?
So, What do you say? Play our silly dancing game?
Teo stretches his arm to me, waiting for my hand to grab his. I'm working, so I shouldn't. Let's go for it. Fuck it. I couldn't care less that I'm supposed to be working. As a kid, I remember stopping around on dance mats. Why not try out 20 Fuckty Fuck's hottest dance game? Even if I technically don't know how to play it yet. That thought, I take his hand. Let's do this. As I'm about to step up to the stage, an ominous shiver crawls down my spine. I glance over and spot Ashley standing behind the ticket counter. I know I can't see her face behind the mask, but I can totally sense she's glaring daggers my way. It's creeping me out. On second thought, I'm actually supposed to be working right now. I'm the new floor attendant, Bo. Really? But I haven't seen you around here at all. What happened to the other guy? He was actually pretty good at Showtime stage now that I think about it. He's out, I'm in. Either she likes Teo or she is pissed that we are playing while we're working. Either of which is totally valid. It's currently year 0 of floor attendant Bo Regime.
Hello there.
Well, it's an honor to meet you, Bo. General Mateo. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope we get to know each other well.
Hello there.
Fuck! Yes! 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 Prince, same fucking brain cell! Yes! We love to see it. If nobody's clipped that, please do. That was amazing. Indeed. For someone that loves Showtime stage as much as you do, I haven't actually seen you play yet. True, most of the time during these meetups I tend to let everyone else play. I look around to make sure everyone is happy and having a blast. But what about you and your feelings? Teo shrugs. My happiness comes from making other people happy. That's all I need in life. Which is all well and good, but I still need to deal with this crowd. How best to handle it? We need to seriously talk about crowd sizes. Oh, he's absolutely a giver. I know you're having a ball over here, but this crowd is blocking the emergency exit. By law, we had to keep a path present. Can't you let it slide just this once?
Mm-hmm.
For me? He is such a fuckboy. If I let it happen once, it's gonna happen all the time. I get it though, your crew's passionate about this game, and that's a good thing. But a stampede on my first day at work would be bad for everyone involved. Could you imagine the headlines? Local arcade floor attendant trapped on first day. Blood everywhere. Nah, very true. I don't want to be checking my social media tomorrow and check the link to your obituary. We totes can't have that. I got this. Luckily, the song that was just being played just finished. Teo jumps on stage and cups his hands over his mouth. Hey, listen. Hello? We need to keep the area to the left of the stage clear. Oh man, but why? I like my spot. Hey now, you know the deal. We all have to be cool about fire safety. It's Bo's first day, so let's show them some respect. I see everyone turn around and glare at me. Great. Now I'm gonna be known as the party pooper. I've had worse reputations in my lifetime. And also, hey, floor manager, sometimes you gotta be a party pooper. Gotta lay down the lore. Like that one time I had to close the pool because that dirty bandage floated in the water. No one would talk to me for a week. Hey, don't disappoint me, crew. Bo's just doing their job. Reluctantly, the crowd reshuffles itself into a semi-orderly fashion. As everyone settles into a safe way of watching the game, Teo jumps down and comes back to me. Better? I nod, genuinely impressed with how Teo can capture his community's attention. I listen to him and have the utmost respect for him. Yeah, actually, much better.
Didn't mean to cause any trouble. Sometimes we just get so caught up in the game, you know? Of course you know. Hey, you should still join us later. Maybe when your shift's over. We'll all be here dancing until closing time.
He's a fuckboy, but I can't say no. Bit of a cult leader. As long as the dancing is within the law, carry on. Officer Bow has spoken. That felt gross to say and do. Ah. I start to walk away, ready for my next venture, when I remember something I should do. I turn back to Teo. Hey. Thanks.
No problem.
Read me my rights. Brutalize my neighborhoods and disenfranchise my people, Officer Bow. Well, I feel nice and accomplished. I was able to uphold the safety of the arcade and make a new friend. I said it's pretty good for my first date. Even Gavin's got to be impressed, right? With that business sorted out, it's time to leave. Showtime stage. The arcade is now at peace. My work here is done. Well, we're actually a few hours from closing time, so my work here isn't quite done, but, you know. I'm so at peace, in fact, that I don't even notice the underboss of the arcade sliding on up behind me.
Good day.
Not a bad first day so far. I've been keeping tabs on you. Well, others have been, and they've been texting me. We probably are about to get in trouble for the dance thing. You know, you should consider getting a proper group chat going. I've got a crappy phone plan. My texts aren't free. A valid point. I'll look into that.
Impressive.
I'm impressed with how you handle yourself. I think you're gonna work out just fine. Anyway, I prepared your paperwork. If you'd like to go sign it and make this working relationship a bit more above board.
Yeah.
So you're staying? Please tell me you're staying. I mean, I fed you and everything. Francine hasn't fired them yet, right? An adorable nightmare joins the impromptu staff gathering.
Ooh.
Bo's off to a great start. Here's to your first day, followed by many more. Don't you have jobs to attend to? Just ordered a replacement power supply for Robotron trademark. Nothing left to do for the day. Not many kids around for me to entertain. Finally, a quiet moment. My dream job is going a mile a minute since I got here. Is it my dream job? I told Francine I was looking for hope. I've been so used to life dumping all over me that I've come to expect the worst generally. And yet, I can't say the Funplex has dumped on me. It's been hectic at times, a little too much, but not really in a bad way. I'm starting to get along with my coworkers. I'm helping people with their problems. Maybe I'm finding the hope I was looking for after all. We've only got a few hours till closing and it's nice and quiet. How about we game a bit? Speak for yourself, I've still got paperwork to handle. Oh, come on, don't act like you don't game. Irrelevant. I know your dirty little secrets. What? Naomi, you sneak in early each morning to play pinball. You're a pinball wizard. Well, what of it? I bring order to chaos. Pinball is the very expression of that art form. You know what we should do? Impromptu pinball tourney. The girls are giggling, and I'm finding myself smiling right alongside them. All in all, not a bad way to end my first day. Oh, but I wanted to sign the paperwork.
By the way, I've booked a birthday party for this afternoon.
Fuck. The looks of confusion and outright terror on their faces, all laughter dying off immediately, are vaguely concerning to me.
Sorry, I meant to tell you, dears, but I plumb forgot.
Birthday party. How old are the kids, if I may ask? It's her 5th birthday. To be young again. 5-year-olds. Naomi starts pulling at her hair, eyes wide and trembling. Throwing ski balls overhand into the glass, jumping up and down on pinball machines, putting chewing gum into the coin slots, pulling out my costume, tearing off pieces of it. Naomi, Ashley, keep it together. We've survived kids' birthday parties before. Doom, the end is nigh.
I'd hate to get in the way of all the fun. Yep, it's time for my afternoon nap anyway.
So we've agreed that she's a dom, right? Like just pure fucking sadist. There is no other explanation. She knows exactly what the fuck she's doing. I'm upsetty spaghetti at this.
Have fun, dears.
Fuck you. Right. Battle stations, everyone. I'll take ticket desk so I can oversee operations. Ashley, greet the kids. Naomi, watch for hardware damage. Bo, rubbing duty. Look for trouble. Do what you can. Prepare yourselves. They are coming. An oncoming tidal wave. The rumble is felt before it is seen. Parents pulling into the parking lot. Minivans disgorging kindergartners. And suddenly... I'm in hell. An explosion of small humans rushes the doors, bursting into the arcade floor, scattering every which way. Even before any of them can get tokens, they're grabbing at joysticks, mashing buttons, eager to get their game on, or even just pretending to be playing. The crew assumes battle stations, Naomi by the fragile pinball machines, Ashley near the door, trying to scrap the incoming kids, to greet them. Gavin, armed with pre-stacked $10 rolls of tokens, quickly exchanges them with the adults. Beats waiting in lines at the change machine. As for the pro gamers, well, Queen Bee and Teo's friends bolt for the exits, abandoning them. Keen on getting out ahead of the surge of kitties, I guess. They're all very well and good, but I've got no idea where I'm supposed to be. They are coming. I'm getting like real big Moria vibes from this. Roaming duty, Gavin said. Look for trouble, Gavin said. I mean, I was doing that before, but now the chaos is multiplied. For a few minutes, I'm like a pinball, being bounced around, or like that frog trying to cross a highway of traffic. And eventually, I spot 3 potential problems on the rise, and Bo, professional floor attendant, is ready to attend to them. Which one of these should I tackle first, though? I may not be able to deal with all of them in time. So they're probably going to be able to take that. Gavin and Percy are good people. Angry adults... I'm gonna handle the angry adult. I'll handle that. Noam and Ashley probably have this. Gavin probably has this because he's got a head for business. He's gonna make sure that's all taken care of. Angry adult. Sense of hardship called to me from the Fast Cars 5 racing games. Shouting adults and crying children are never particularly good signs, and I hope beyond hope that I can take this on. I shake the discomfort off. Now's not the time to doubt myself and to find out what's going on in stat. As I get close to the revving of engines and the clacking of shifting gears, I see a grown woman berate a cowering boy.
I didn't!
Admit it. I know what you did, you brat. You manipulated my precious son to put his tokens in your game. You should be ashamed of yourself. I'm sorry. Children like you are the absolute worst. Garbage. Man, keep your voice down. There's no need to shout at a child, no less. What's going on here? This jerk of a boy told my sweetest, beyond sweet Josh he should put in his own tokens at the racing machine so he could play it for free. Josh earned those tokens from his own allowance, and I won't let some devil child steal his money. I hate her. Let's just take a moment to calm down, okay? Or say anything else. I spot Queen Bee and Teo out of the corner of my eyes. Queen Bee looks infuriated, and Teo has buried his face in his hand. Actually, now that I stop and think about it, they might have some insight. The racing games are right next to Showtime stage. Teo probably had a good vantage point of it, the whole thing, if he was dancing on stage. And just by the way Queen Bee's brows are furrowed, I can tell something is not sitting right with her. I could ask one of them for their help, or I could try to solve this one themselves. Ask Teo if he saw something. At this point, it's good to be like, hey, third party, what did you see? Okay. Now what, ma'am? Teo was right next to the action when I went down. I decided to check in with him. Ma'am, I know you're upset right now, but if you please stop shouting and get this all settled. Teo, I refuse to calm down until this child has been appropriately punished. That such disrespect is tolerated in this arcade is appalling. Well, I'm giving you the worst online reviews. Teo jumps down from the stage and approaches the shouting moment. He puts his hands up.
Sheesh.
Simmer down, simmer down. This can all be explained with science. Really? I mean, right, of course. Teo, by all means, elaborate. Teo walks past us and right up to the Fast Cars 5 game. He casually slumps to the driver's seat and then motions for us to come near. Let me show you both something. Teo points to the car console. It's got a wheel, which is fantastic and totally necessary for a driving game, pedals, gear shift, and so on. The feature Teo draws our attention to are the 2 coin slots, which are vertically stacked, one on top of the other. Okay, so this is where you drop your tokens in to play the game. However, do you see how it's practically in the middle of those 2 identical consoles? Which game does the top slot belong to? The right hand or the left hand game? Gonna guess the right. It's obviously the right one, right? I mean, correct. Of course not, fool. It's the left one.
Exactly.
Bo is correct. What? Preposterous. See, these import games can be confusing. I'm sure your son just put his token in the wrong slot. Common mistake, really. Happens all the time. Considering how confused I was, I could see how a small child would be just as, if not more, confused. Honestly, mine was just a lucky guess. I gave Teo a grateful look, happy that the crisis has been dealt with. The frustrated customer would undoubtedly apologize for filling out the boy now. Nope, she is digging in deep because you've just proved her wrong, and she has to prove that she is an adult and still in charge and yada yada yada. How dare you imply my precious Josh was wrong? I can't believe the gall of some people. Josh, get over here. We are leaving this horrible arcade. Right now. Oh well, didn't see that coming. Motherfucker, you've worked customer service. Of course you did. The woman scoops up her child and storms out the front door. I don't think we'll see her or her son anymore, and frankly, I'm cool with that. Once they're gone, Tay looks back at me from the driver's seat and shrugs.
No can do.
It's just no pleasing some people. Feel sorry for her son. That's no way to treat a kid. Teo's sprightly and happy demeanor shifted slightly. Eyes glazed over as he looked into the distance. I haven't seen Teo act this way before. He looks just so upset. I wonder if I should check in with him. Hey, you feeling okay? I know it's really none of my business, but I should make sure he's okay. Seems like he can really empathize with the kid's plight. A little smack, a little kiss. You everything okay? Need anything? After pausing for a moment, the fire returns behind his eyes. Man, I'll be okay. Just reminded me of how I'd get treated. My teachers notably. I'd space out in class, daydreaming, and they'd rake me over the coals for it just to assert authority. Total overkill.
Bummer.
Really bums me out to see adults mistreat kids this way, you know? I like to treat people with respect, even when they're in the wrong. Like you saw just now with that woman. I appreciate you taking some time to ask me, you know? Shows you've got respect too. And empathy. You're a kind person, Bo. But I'm not that important. You should make sure that boy's safe and
Catch you later.
I'm headed back to Showtime stage. Holler, you can eat anything. Okay, so he's got some depth to him. I'm coming around to Bo. It's also, thank God we didn't get Queen Bee, because she would have escalated that shit. There would have been an explosion and possibly a fist fight. After poking around a bit, I managed to find the kid, still shaken up from the whole ordeal. Hey, sorry about all that. Are you gonna be okay? I think so. I swear I didn't do anything. The other kid, he just came up out of nowhere and dropped his token in my slot. After I lost, I got off the game and offered it to him. He just ran away. And that woman approached you and started yelling. The boy nods, wiping his snotty nose on his shirt. Uh-huh. Well, if it's any consolation, the bad lady is gone. And I don't think she's ever going to come back. The boy, cheeks still streaked with tears, lets a smile spread on his face.
Thank you.
And tell that nice man for sticking up for me too. I nod, and the boy screws off and rejoined some of his other friends. Alright, that's sorted out. The other two situations are about to spin out of control. I've only got enough time to deal with one of them. Which is it? I feel like Percy and Gavin can handle this one. I'm gonna go with the cupcakes, because that's about to be a huge mess. I can smell disaster on the wind, and it smells sweet. As in, I can smell that box of birthday cupcakes one of the parents left here to take a desk, with kids swarming around it scavenging for their favorite icing colors. At first, my inner child was merely offended that someone thought one of those icing blobbed cupcake cakes was superior to an actual birthday cake, but there are clearly larger issues here than that.
I want a chocolate! Don't take all the chocolate!
I want 2 cupcakes. Give me 2 cupcakes.
I hate you.
No fair! Everybody gets one, and mine's gotta be chocolate!
Of course, the kid at the front grabs the last one.
Finders keepers, losers weepers.
I'm gonna kill him. The parents aren't paying attention. They're too busy complaining about their jobs and the weather and the PTA and stuff. Meaning when the first cupcake was thrown, nobody's there to stop it.
Ah! Stop it! Stop it!
I want chocolate!
As blobby wads of icing and sponge cake go flying, I glance over at the coin-op games, which are about to get caught in the crossfire. Naomi, who's busy trying to unjam a joystick one of the kids wiggle too hard, looks up to the cupcake onslaught coming her way. As does Ashley, whose fuzzy costume is a nice and inviting target for flying confectionery. Act facts, Bo. So, saving the game is definitely possible. Naomi's already working to fix it. That is theoretically going to be fixable even if that happens. Ash's costume also may be fixable, but it's going to be a lot harder. I feel like trying to save them both is going to result in a suboptimal thing, and that they're both kind of going to get got. But this is me we're talking about. Of course I'm going to try to save both. Quickly, I hurl myself into the action. Get down! Ah yes, Bonana's action ninja. We'd love to see it. This is beautiful. It's beautiful. Beautiful. 11 out of 10. We'd love to see it. Get down! Numbness sets in as multiple rounds of frosted-coated mortifier impact against my body. When I finally hit the ground, my clothes are totally ruined. But alas, my noble self-sacrifice could not completely protect them. Naomi seems to get the idea and shields the game with her body. A few stray cupcakes that missed me hit her, but otherwise no damage done. Ash takes a few shots, unfortunately, but it could have been worse. As the parents swarm to round up the cupcake war instigators, Naomi and Ashley kneel down to check on my fallen form. Bo, are you okay?
Oh my!
Could be paralyzed from the neck down. Bo, blink once if you're paralyzed, blink twice if not. I'm not paralyzed. Oh, hey, if you could talk, that works too. Naomi helps me to my feet, although I have to be careful not to mingle my icing with her icing in the process.
Ugh.
Days like these, I'm glad I wear an apron. Ugh. Cupcakes are food, not fashion.
Oh, poops.
Colored icing is just the worst. I think I can get these two out with some club soda, though. Guess they got all of us, huh? But Bo worst of all. You know, that was super selfless of you trying to save us from the splatter. Speaking as the floor attendant, you score a silver medal. Despite all of us having splattered a little, they seem in good spirits. I should try to keep that rolling. Okay, that's sweet, but let's... My cupcake food was not strong enough. I was now go meditate under a waterfall and train for 10 years. Unfortunately, my learned skills of mastery of mid-air cupcake retrieval failed me at this hour of need. I have dishonored myself in my arcade. I must train for 10 years, during which I can let the shame of this incident drive the fire in my soul to greater heights of cupcake defense. Let's have Ashley daydream a training montage for you. Same effect, but it saves a lot of time. I'm at your disposal, although my screenwriting fees are industry standard if you want the full Ashley treatment. Good for her. Get that bread. We'd love to see it. Anyway, thanks, Bo. That was a complete mess, but I guess it could have been much more of a complete mess if you hadn't done that.
See ya!
I better get back to fixing the joystick. We should clean up and get back to it. Also, the party's still going. Good luck. Yeah, she does. We'd love to see it. Yeah, good luck. And hey, good work. So excuse me, I'll go clean up Pinky a bit. It could have gone better, but it also could have gone much worse. More importantly, I kept their spirits up. Even Ashley, who has to clean icing out of her fuzzy felt, came out of it cheerful. With a brief nod from Gavin, I snatched one of the official Funplex t-shirts to replace my cupcake top. After a few minutes into the bathroom to change and wipe icing off my pants, I'm ready to go again. 2 problems in the can. Now to deal with that crying kid by the skee ball machines. Oh, she's gone. Well, crap. Percy looks up briefly from clearing level 78 of Moopy. Look for that girl? I think her parents took her home. Party turned sour for her, I suppose. That wasn't fast enough. Can't be everywhere at once, Bo. Cheer up, love. You're still doing better than the last ghost did at your post. Seconded. I saw you deal with that obnoxious parent and with the cupcake war. You did well today. Seeing Gavin actually smiling is weird, but I'm not going to say no to praise from my sub-boss. Things seem to be cooling down. I suggest take a few minutes in the break room while there's a lull in the action. Ashley and I will handle things for now, and she can swap off when you come back. Percy ducks out of the conversation without actually moving anywhere, refocusing on his game. I could use a few minutes, yeah. Thanks, Gavin. I'll be right back. Damn it, Prince, that's amazing. Fucking hell. I'm upset I didn't think of it first. I slip away, headed for the employee lounge. What a day. Quirky co-workers, die-hard pro gamers. Volatile kids getting into volatile situations. I'd say it's a recipe for wackiness or some such cliche, but nothing's unusually dismissed cliche when it's happened to you directly. Frankly, I'm exhausted. I dropped down into one of the cheap folding metal chairs in the employee back room, groaning and rolling my head back to try and work the kinks out of my sore shoulders. And spot an upside down kid. Eh? Oh wait, I'm the one leading backwards. I sit up and turn around instead. Better. Hey, what's a kid doing back here? Hey, I think I was hoping I wouldn't notice him. Hi. Hi. And you are? Mikey. Okay, that's a start. Hi, Mikey. My name's Bo. So, what are you doing back here? This is an employees-only area. If there's a keypad, how did you get in? The guy at the desk dropped this. He holds out a piece of paper with the door code being written on it. Huh. Score 1 for Ashley's wild storytelling being more fact than fiction. Okay. But you can't stay back here. I don't see any knives or sapling implements left out in the open, so I guess it's technically safe, but...
Please don't send me back out there.
Oh, this is curious. I lean in so we can be on the same eye level. Something wrong? You can tell me. I work here. I'm the person who solves problems.
No problems. Just don't want to go out there.
Don't you want to play with your friends? And he gives me the most cynical, bitter laugh I've ever heard out of a kindergartner.
I don't got any friends. I don't know anybody here. My family just moved to the city, and before that we lived in another city. And one more for that, but I was too little to remember.
Well, that's familiar. Okay. That hit a little bit close.
Mom told me to come to the party anyway, and I didn't want to, but she took me anyway. And then she left because she's got to work.
New kid in town, huh? He nods mutely. Still, I should have busted him there and then. Brought him back out to the party where the other parents could supervise him. Should have told Gavin. I should have enforced the rules of the arcade. Okay, kid. I won't tell on you. I want to stay back here for the rest of the party. I'll keep you company. Thanks. You really won't tell my mom? Nope. Family. It's definitely some shit. It's definitely some shit. And we have both been there a few times. Ah, God. It's great. It's great. It's super cool. Why? I thought you'd want to make me go. You're an adult like my mom. Fucking mood. Fucking mood. I've done it twice in just over a year. It's great. Hey, I wasn't always an adult. I was a kid once. The new kid in town, in fact. You were the new kid? Yeah. Well, for me, that started happening back when I was 10. Again and again, moving from town to town, school to school. Never really making any new friends, not for years. Mom and Dad kept losing jobs and taking new ones, worse ones. They'd be working all day long, too tired when they came home to do much of anything. After years and years of this, I stopped hoping things would get better. I decided I'd just take what I could get and go with the flow. What does that mean? It means you don't care. Some things are good, some things are bad, but you don't care. You just do what you have to do without really being sad over it.
But that sounds so sad. You weren't sad?
It's definitely something. It's definitely something. You do learn to roll with it.
It's sad to never care about anything, right?
You really do. And you get a lot of experiences, and you tend to be... You're kind of forced to be a well-rounded individual in certain ways. Definitely some pros and cons. I guess I was sad. I just told myself I wasn't going to be sad, even though I really was. And then I bite my tongue hard. Because my little involuntary trip down memory lane was not helping this kid out. Wouldn't have helped little Bo out if an adult did this for me. So instead, I decided to be the adult that little Bo would have needed. Nope. 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 You take the time you need. I'll stay with you. You know what helps me when I'm sad? Peace and quiet. That's why I came back here, right? All the beeps and boops, the kids laughing, all the craziness. It's too much. And that's okay. If you need a quiet moment, I'll be right here with you. Okay. We sit there in silence for a time. I flipped through my phone, but only half-heartedly. I want to be ready if he wants to talk. For a few minutes, he's okay with tugging at his shoelaces and looking at the door. Looking at the floor, rather. I don't know what to do. Everybody's having fun. I don't know how. I don't know how to make friends and have fun. Can't even try. I just mess it up. It's tricky, that's for sure. But there's a good thing about going with the flow, too. It's not always sad. Think of it like... Okay, imagine a cup of water. Huh? A cup of water. What happens when you pour it into a bowl? Is the water still shaped like the cup? That's silly, it's bowl-shaped. Exactly. People can be like water, too. You know how to be quiet and peaceful? I just need to know how to flow. Watch the kids out there. Watch who they talk to. Listen to what they talk about. When you hear something you can talk about, but it looks like they want to talk but nobody to talk to, that's when you can have some fun. I promise you, some of the kids out there are just as sad. They want to have fun and don't know how. You can be the friend they need. And Mikey's smiling. Not a big goofy grin, not the high of happiness, just a simple understanding. Okay. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. I'll go back to the party. And this is also really sweet. Like, this is, yeah, it's getting to me a bit. And I'll be a cup of water. I take his hand to lead him out back to the main room. And off he goes. I'm not fooling myself. I know I haven't fixed all Mikey's problems. I'm no child psychologist. That was entirely me flying by the seat of my pants. But for one moment there, I was able to help someone in the same crappy situation I found myself long ago. 15 years ago. Everything changed. No more family vacations, no more arcade visits. We couldn't afford them, and they couldn't take time off work. The whole Nana's family had to learn to settle, to accept the lot in life we'd been dealt, to simply go with the flow, never hoping, never wanting. Juniper did her best to pull me out of that mire. I'd only known her a few years, one of the few stable times in my life, but she knew the edge I'd been pushed to. Now, here I am. Gotta love the Nana's crew. Today has been, well, bonkers. Alternately boring and hectic. Surreal. Emotional flow completely gone. Today's well bonkers, ultimately boring and hectic, surreal and way too real. But I can honestly say I'm more alive today than I have been in a very, very long time. Beep beep. Beep beep bo. My emotional voice analysis routines combined with your body language suggests you're very happy right now. Yeah, I guess I am. How did you know? I just told you, silly. I mean, how did you know I'd love this job so much?
Oh, I know.
That's easy. I didn't. What? I lied. I was 47% sure. Oh, it has elements that seem to click with your optimal social requirements. A fun atmosphere, spirit of coworkers, helping people out, and so on. And a cross-reference to your roommate's postings talking about how much you enjoyed arcade visits when you were a kid. Still, 47%.
99.97%.
But I was 99.97% sure that if I said I was 99.97% sure, you'd be willing to give it a try. Hey, Prince, there was an attempt, and it's appreciated. Another thing to thank Juniper for, I guess. They're a very weird app, you know?
Hooray!
I try to be. God, Iris is a mood. Or rather, a mood. The car is pulling up at the parking lot. It looks like the party's over. It's just about closing time for the arcade anyway. Most of the gamers have filed out by now if they hadn't already fled the tidal wave of kiddies. My first impulse is to go bug Gavin about my paperwork, but that can wait. I'd rather go help someone with the tidying up, or maybe see how our VIP gamers are doing. Not enough time to run around checking with everyone though. Who do I want to hang out with? Gavin's tapping at his tablet and frowning. I'll go right to him. Preparing her costume, she could use some help. She cool, but no. Dana was prank gum out of a coin slot and looks ready to cry. Yeah, she's in a bad way. Let's help her. Naomi definitely looks like she could use a hand. Somebody's jammed bright pink bubblegum into a coin slot and she's trying to clear the sticky mess out. How could they? How could they do this to a poor, innocent little Cubert trademark? Hey, need a hand? Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, work on the second player slot for me. I've got swaps and stuff in my kit there. Grab what you need.
So frustrating.
Honestly, the nerve of those kids. No respect at all for these games. Games aren't like chew-proof machine wastable baby toys. They're delicate and deserve love and care. But they are toys, right? Well, yeah, I mean, of course. Just, you know, they're also works of art. I know not everyone sees it the same way. Back in the 80s, operators would just throw away games that didn't perform well anymore. In the end, an arcade has to make money. That means using and abusing a game until it's time to put it out to pasture. But I don't have to like it, right? Can I ask how long a game lasts? Well, it seems a bit cold. Honestly, a lot of those kids were dicks. Game rights just sound so cringe. No, you don't have to like it. How long does a game last? So if every day a game is running, it loses a bit of its finite lifespan. How long before they just can't be saved? I don't know much about the hardware, but given your favorites from the 80s, it seems like they can go a long time. No, with proper upkeep and repairs, as long as parts are still available or can be fixed up with modern components, a very long time indeed. And I'll be here for as long as they have me, to keep my games up and playing. But you're right about being realistic. I need to be realistic too. I know this isn't a museum. We aren't preserving priceless treasures for generations to come. Sometimes I treat it like my little private collection, but really I do want people to play and enjoy these games. And that does wear them down in time. As long as I'm here, I'll pick up a game when it wobbles on its feet. Dust it off, straighten it up, and send it out there to be played with all over again. With the last of the gum pulled out of the slot, Naomi closes up her toolbox. I should probably pull the coin mechs entirely and give them a good cleaning tomorrow, but I didn't want to let the gum sit overnight. I'm heading home soon. See you tomorrow, right? You got it, Naomi.
Woohoo!
Great. And she gives me a big hug before bounding off to her workshop. With things winding down, there's just one last thing to take up from at the door. I seek out Gavin to handle the remains of the day.
Ooh.
For a second, I thought that was Bo's vocal clip. That was incredible. Prince, was that you? Oh my god. Absolute legends. Bo, good work today. Thanks, boss. Mid-boss. Sub-boss? Gavin will do. I can't say you've been a perfect employee, but my standards are impossibly high. So I'll just assume you were as close to perfect as is reasonable. Nice. The cost of cleaning our carpets won't be as bad thanks to your quick thinking. Normally, I'd have dealt with the angry parents myself, but I was distracted. I've only secondhand accounts of her performance there, as Teo told me anything. Although Teo isn't staff, I suppose he stepped up to handle that rude customer with a rational and calm attitude, so I'll consider that handled. I am pleased to say that the sale of Mr. Moopy's magic maze for a full $3,000 will indirectly offset quite a few of these costs. I'm glad you consulted me on that, and stuck to your guns on the pricing. Even if I'd be happy to be rid of that relic entirely. Why it's still here is a good question. Was it not clear I wanted it gone? Percy didn't want to break up the family. They're machines, not people. He also didn't want Naomi to be sad. Yes, well, Naomi needs to learn to let go, I'd say. Are you giving our poor little Bo a hard time, Davingir? Oh, are they fucking? Miss Francine, I thought you were napping.
Let's be sensible.
Naomi's dream matters too, as does the dream of Percy, that poor fellow. Poor? Isn't Percy stinking rich? She means the other poor.
Everyone has a dream they're chasing.
Gavin, I know you mean well, wanting to keep everyone's dreams afloat, but sacrifices made in that name would shatter the dreams of others. Well, that's not what the Funplex is all about. Bo, you understand, yes? The reason why. Why am I here? That's the question she asked me during that interview. Now I think I understand. I came here today looking for hope. Hope I could do more with my life than compromise, settle for what I can get and go with the flow. Everybody I've met today is full of hope. Gamers chasing scores, people following their passions. Nobody here is willing to give up on their dreams. Not even you, Gavin. You know we're better than this, Gavin. We don't settle. We chase after our dream, our hopes and dreams, and we won't accept anything less. I see.
Apologies.
Bo, Miss Francine. I apologize. It's difficult to balance my idealism against my realism some days. But I know in my heart I need to err on the side of idealism, even if my mind screams in protest. Hey, Prince, Maya, you're both right. I can assume you are still keen to work here, Bo. I don't even hesitate before applying. Absolutely. Gavin fetches a nearby short stack of forms. Go leaves out tonight. Hand them in to me first thing in the morning. And welcome to the Funplex. Welcome to the family, I'd say. I'm sure you'll fit in just fine, Bo. Oh god. Welcome to the harem. Hell yeah. One bus ride later and it's home again, jiggity jig. Juniper, already home from work, bounds over eagerly to interrogate me on my day. Oh my god, she's wearing kitty-themed thigh highs. I want them. I want a set of them, please.
Hey!
So, how'd it go? It went well. Well or well? Really well. I'm trying, but I can't reach through the screen. Your little app came through, despite being terrifyingly omniscient and just a little bit unnerving. You forgot to mention adorable. That's wonderful. I'm so glad to hear things worked out. And you even came home with a smile, like when you were a lifeguard. Huh. Guess I am smiling. Interesting.
By the way, there's just one teensy-weensy little question I have for you.
Uh-oh.
Why exactly did you order a giant crate full of pizza bagels?
Well played, Iris. Well fucking played. Also, god damn it, I want those. Fuck. Did I neglect to mention that part of the terms and conditions? Plus, I don't know what I'm having for lunch tomorrow. And that's level 1 of Arcade Spirits. Complete. Hey look, you also won a prize. You'll get one of these for every level you clear, plus some extras for various endings and other hidden thingies. Now let's check your score. Looks like you're really hitting it off with Naomi. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, you scored at 6,100 points. Nice! Keep talking with people and your score will go up, up, up. Today's pizza fact is, Americans eat approximately 100 acres of pizza each day, or 350 slices per second. Wow! Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 2? Yes. Okay, well. Fuck, no, 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 no. Please, I'm tired. It's after 10 p.m. Well, everyone, I hope that you've enjoyed this stream. This cute little game. But yeah, it's bedtime. I am exhausted. Oh, hey, I earned trading cards. That's neat. Oh god, there's so many levels. Oh god, there's so many levels. But yeah, I'm gonna go pass out because it is late. And I also need to make sure that my cat isn't too upset because she wasn't allowed inside here during the game times. But thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you all have a lovely evening. And I hope to see y'all next time. Bye-bye.